Welcome to Coffee with Rios. Grab you some coffee, grab you some tea, grab you some water, grab you a little snack, something to eat. You know what I mean? And enjoy the stream. We sipping coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sipping coffee with Rios. We sipping coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sipping coffee with Rios. Sit down and get some knowledge. Positive vibes only, so leave the nonsense. Learn something new like you in college. And don't forget to pay homage. Let's discuss a life topic like politics or how to build a rocket. Haters gon' hate and try to mock it. So mugs in the chat cause they can't stop it. Leave the drama where it lay, cause I wanna hear what Rios got to say. Don't try to play no games, cause we sippin' with Rios today. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Hell yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Hell yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. Enjoy the stream, y'all. Have fun. Remember, no trolling in the chat, cause you don't get kicked out. We don't play no games over here. Hey Rios, start it. Mr. H Havoc on the beat. Welcome to Coffee with Rios. Grab you some coffee, grab you some tea, grab you some water, grab you a little snack, something to eat. You know what I mean? And enjoy the stream. We sipping coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sipping coffee with Rios. We sipping coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sipping coffee with Rios. Sit down and get some knowledge. Positive vibes only, so leave the nonsense. Learn something new like you in college. And don't forget to pay homage. Let's discuss a life topic like politics or how to build a rocket. Haters gon' hate and try to mock it. So mugs in the chat cause they can't stop it. Leave the drama where it lay, cause I wanna hear what Rios got to say. Don't try to play no games, cause we sippin' with Rios today. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Hell yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Hell yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. Enjoy the stream, y'all. Have fun. Remember, no trolling in the chat, cause you don't get kicked out. We don't play no games over here. Hey Rios, start it. Mr. H Havoc on the beat. Welcome to Coffee with Rios. Grab you some coffee, grab you some tea, grab you some water, grab you a little snack, something to eat. You know what I mean? And enjoy the stream. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. Sit down and get some knowledge. Positive vibes only, so leave the nonsense. Learn something new like you in college. And don't forget to pay homage. Let's discuss a life topic like politics or how to build a rocket. Haters gon' hate and...
What's good, my good people? This is the AM Wake Up Show with Rios, the #1 show in the world, Craig. #1 show in the world, Craig. We did a 5-hour episode yesterday, but blessings to everybody in here. Good morning to everybody that's in here. Shout out to us. Shout out to the Ghetto Cafe. Get your coffee, get your tea, get your green juice, get your power juice, whatever it is you're drinking, whatever it is you're doing, whatever your morning routine is, let's get to it. Shout out to everybody up in here. I see you, Lovely. I see you, Sunshine Baby. I see you, Sierra. I see GFS. Everybody up in here, man. The regulars up in here, man. You know, we got our regulars. Shout out to Havoc, man. Hey, somebody check on Havoc, dude. Sunshine Baby said, y'all see PU on right now? What is PU doing up right now? What's Pun doing up right now? This is my time slot, brother. What's going on? Oh man. What's the business, man? What's going on? The streets is talking. Literally, the streets is talking. Shit is going on. Shit is happening. But I got my coffee. I'm ready to have a good morning. Thanking God that He blessed us with another day to be impactful, to go out here and be a blessing for somebody else, to go out here and live a life of servitude, talk to my good people, chop it up, just be on some positive energy, some positive vibes. Oh, Havoc is in the studio. Havoc is in the studio. That's what's up. I hope he is. I hope everything is good with him. I really, really do. All jokes aside, I hope everything is good with Havoc and he's being productive, doing what he's supposed to be doing. God's got him, but he's definitely one of my people. He's definitely a member of the Ghetto Cafe. But how good is it to be us right now? So good to be us right now. So good to be ghetto. It's good to be ghetto. They try to turn that word into something ugly for us. Ghetto didn't start with us. We took ownership of it. We turned it into something good. I got the witness protection beard. What? Man, this is the holy healthy beard. The holy Christian healthy beard, man. This is the religious beard. This is the sanctified beard, man. What's going on? Oh man. Get this super chat goal going. I just like to do that. I just like to do this. I like to do the super chat goal. I think that's something cool. But we're going to get into some topics. We're going to talk about Lizzo. Is she delusional? We're going to talk about Johnaton major comeback. We're going to talk about Conor McGregor getting besides himself. Like, I'm gonna pull all that up. We're going to talk about all that. Then we're going to talk about y'all. We're going to talk about some good stuff. We're just going to do the regular shit in here in the Ghetto Cafe. Top of the AM. 80s. I saw your comment. You don't like the way I handled Cash and the life after death. I mean, not the life after death, the near-death experience. I apologize if I wasn't up to par, if I didn't do the due diligence, if you didn't like the way I handled that. If Cash is in here again, I'll let him go into more depth about the near-death experience. Or maybe I'll just have people start calling in, or we'll do a segment today on, we'll have people call in that have had near-death experiences and they can talk to it if that's something that you're so interested in and you want to hear about. So we'll do that for you. And Cash can go into more depth about his experience where he saw the room and the light and his daughter. I saw your comment though. I see all the comments. Nigga, that's the good thing about having. That's one of the benefits about having a ghetto cafe, a small community, is I get to see all that shit. And I get to be accountable and I get to hold myself accountable to constructive criticism. And and that's what's gonna make me better. That's gonna make me better. You guys holding me accountable, giving me constructive criticism, saying like, hey, I think you should have did more of this, or you over talked him a little too much. That's shit that I need. I don't take that shit personal, because I don't think you guys would bring that up and bring it to my attention if you didn't care. I think you guys want me to be better, so that's how I take it. Like, oh shit, he reached out because he genuinely saw something that he thought could be a better segment, or it could have been done better. So that's what it is. So I'll take that. I'm taking that into consideration. I'm holding myself responsible and accountable to that. Program time. Shake them sheets, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. I want to talk about somebody real quick. Just to start it off on a positive note. Let's start it off on some cool stuff. I want to start off talking about Jonathan Majors. How you can't allow your setbacks in life to control your life, to control your future. Your setbacks, you can't focus on your setback. You can't focus on what people are trying to tear you down. And that's why I want to bring up Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors, in a major way, is doing his thing. We all know what happened. We all know the girl that ruined his life. He may have had something to do. I don't know, but they were tearing him down. Stole all his contracts, all his Marvel contracts, all of his movie contracts, everything that he had going on was taken from him. But what I want to talk about is his comeback. He didn't let that define him. We can't let our mistakes define us. Like my father said, survive your mistakes, survive your situations. Don't allow your mistakes to define you. This fool took a setback and came back. Got a crazy movie I can't wait to watch about him being a bodybuilder. And then the nigga married Megan Good. Jonathan Majors left this chick that was on some BS. Left this chick that was on some BS. Ruined his life. Took him to court. Then recanted everything she said. And then just left him for dead. Left him for dead. But this dude has recovered and is married to Megan Good. I don't care what anybody says. Megan Good is one of them ones. Megan Good. Let's clap it up for this dude, man. Jonathan Majors, they try to tear him down. They try to take everything from him. They try to ruin him. But every door that closes, 2 more, 3 more, 4 more, 5 more doors open up. It's more opportunities down the way. Don't let this stop you from getting yours. He could have took that shit. He could have took what happened to him and played victim. Woe is me. It's over for me. You know what I mean? Like gone into depression, gone into whatever. And I don't know what his mental state is like, but the fact that he bounced back is in this new bodybuilding movie that looks like it's gonna be dope. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be up for some awards. What the commercials and the trailers look like. Leave the white chick that tried to tear you down, and you run into Megan Good's arms. God is good all the time. All the time. God is good. Shout out to Jonathan Majors, man. I've been a big supporter of his. I love him in all the movies that he's been in. He's dope as hell. I'm proud. I'm happy for my black brother, man, for this black king bouncing back to a beautiful wife. And this is also, needless to say, that we need a powerful, strong woman that can support us to help us back to our throne. When you fall and you have a woman there that will help you up, come on, cuz. Come on. And Megan going through her shit where she not just got a divorce, but she got a divorce from her husband who was a pastor, and the pressures of the pastor, the pressure of the congregation judging her on how she dressed and how she was. They both had found each other, got married on the low. I don't think it was no big wedding. Oh, so let's read this. Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. Jonathan Majors and Megan Good have tied the knot. The Creed 3 star 35 confirmed in an interview with Sherry Shepard that aired Wednesday that he and The Think Like a Man actors 43 are married. Man, and it's never too late for y'all, man. Making Good is 43. Finding love. Finding love and getting married at 43. Major told Shepard that his mother, a pastor, his mom married them. Come on, man. Come on, man. His mom married them. After she came out to Los Angeles from Dallas to attend a screening of his new movie, Magazine Dreams. What up, Top Shelf? What's happening with you, man? The Top Shelf. Let's go. Super chat. Thank you. We had told her that, hey, we're going to do this thing, Major said, and we did. My mother married us yesterday. Her mother was there. We had these rings, and we got them engraved in Hawaii. A rep for the couple confirmed Thursday to USA Today that the couple tied the knot. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to the good people. Shout out to the people doing good things, and a slap into the face of people trying to tear us down, as trying to take shit from us. As trying to take stuff from us. People are constantly looking at us, and we're always going to be under attack. That's life. We're always going to be under attack. It's people that are going to see you being successful, succeeding in life, and it's going to bother them. It bothers them because they're not successful. Your success bothers them because they can't understand why you getting it and they not. And you have to understand, people are working overtime to try to tear you down and take what you got. So you better be working out, be in the gym, mental workouts, reading, getting your shit right, because people are coming after your position, man. Regardless of how good you are, regardless of how positive, how loving, how amazing you are, there's people out there that don't like that. There's going to be people out there that turns them off. That just... Remember the dude in Belly? When he said, when he saw them getting their money in Jersey or wherever they were. I forgot where they were, but they was getting their money, hustling. He came out the liquor store eating the banana, talking about, yeah, I don't like that shit right there. I don't like that shit right there. I'm going to drop a dime on them. I'm going to put them niggas in jail because they making money and I'm not getting it. Yeah, I got to look up that song, Complexion. I don't even know who that's by, GFS. But remember, you got God on your side. Nobody can beat you. It may look like they beat you. They may celebrate, think that they tore you down. They may be celebrating. But they don't know the real plan, man. They don't know the real plan. They don't know the real come up of what's about to happen and what God is about to do. And how he's going to use you as an example to show other people like, hey, look at what faith gives you. Look at what faith gets you. Look at what determination gets you. Look at what hard work gets you. Don't allow these cats to get you out of your square. Complexion. You see, Complexion by who is that by? I'm not gonna play it because I know they're gonna demonetize the video. A Zulu Love by Kendrick. Oh man, I might have to listen to it. We might have to listen to it, man. And for this, if in support of Johnaton Majors, we might have to listen to Complexion, man. If it's by Kendrick, I'm gonna listen to it. If that's the song you talking about, GFS, I'm gonna listen to it. Why you trying to avoid Tati? GFS, why you trying to avoid Tati? What she do? Elijah the King. Ooh, if you ain't speaking the truth this morning, tell it for the people in the back of the church. They didn't hear you, man. Yell it out for the people in the back of the church because they didn't hear you, man. Some ninjas want you to do well. I'm about to pin that because I'm going to pin that. Some ninjas want you to do well, just not better than them. Some ninjas want you to do well, just not better than them. And some don't want you to do well at all. Recognize both. Recognize both. Some people will celebrate you. Some people will be happy that you're doing great. That you're doing great. But then you're doing better and better and better and better. And now you're meeting their status. And now it's like, hold on. What's going on here? What's the situation here? This nigga's doing really good. Why is he doing so good? How did he get to where I'm at? Oh shit, this dude's surpassing me? Like, oh wait, he getting more than me? Oh hell nah. I gotta drop a dime on this cat. I gotta drop a dime. I gotta stop this flow. I gotta stop this motion. Be aware. J Rez, super chat. Rios beard strap on. Laugh loud. Just kidding. Good morning, gang. Nah, man, this ain't no strap on, nigga. This is it. This is it. There's African juices and berries that go in here, man. Moisturize and get it strong. Shout out to my homegirl, Kristen. My homegirl, Chris, and her beard company, Clean for Men. I've promoted her and brought her up many of times. But this is to just show Jonathan Majors as an example of how he refused to allow the setback to define who he was. And that's what it was. It was a setback in his life. People lying on him. People denying him. Imagine being at the peak of your career, y'all. Imagine being at the peak of your career and you're doing the best you've ever done. And then boom, the person you love or the person you spend your time with the most does something to take that all away from you. You think that this is your partner, and their actions take everything away from you. No, you're not getting this movie contract. No, you're not doing this. He was set up for one of the biggest roles in Marvel as, I forget the head villain in Marvel. And he was playing a great role in Loki. Ultra perv. But he didn't imagine that. Millions of dollars coming your way. Oh shit, I'm reading for this and this and that. Everybody's knocking on your door. And then all of a sudden they hit you with a Johnny Depp type shit like, nah, you done. You done. It's over for you. People probably pointing. People probably laughing. Like, nigga, I told you wasn't shit. I told you wasn't going to do nothing. You thought you had it. Kang the Conqueror. He's about to be Kang the Conqueror. Imagine him playing that. But he said, no. I know what I got to do. I know what I have to do. I'm going to stay on my grind. I'm going to stay where I'm at. I'm going to stay on my track. And it's going to pay off. And it did. Shout out to Jonathan Majors. Shout out to Megan Good. They got married. He found him a woman. I don't know what. I pray that it goes well and they get everything that they deserve, as in positive, productive life and a beautiful marriage. Possibly kids. I don't know. But I just recognize it as a beautiful story. A story worth telling this morning, because I know a lot of us go through a lot of things where people try to tear us down as black men, as men in general. People try to take from us. They try to hold us accountable to thoughts and prejudices that they have. They try to hold us responsible to negative thoughts that they have. You ain't fulfilling the negative thought that I have of you. What do I got to do to fuck his shit up? People will be mad at you because you don't fit their negative thought of you. Who's he think he is? Not being who I thought he was. You got to watch out, man. So that's a great story. I just want to start off with that and put you guys into the mindset and the perspective of, no matter how hard we fall, the get up and the rise is way better. The rise to the top is way better than the fall. Yeah, they'll enjoy the fall. They'll enjoy you getting hurt. They'll enjoy you losing some shit, and they'll talk about it. But then they will reveal who they are in your life. Those people will reveal who they are in your life and what you mean to them. And then at that moment, you could thank God for the setback and having those people exit out of your life because you didn't need them. What if you'd have got your millions? What if he'd have got his millions? He'd have got all the contracts and everything would have went perfect for him. And everything would have went the way he wanted to go. And then all those scoundrels, all those leeches, all those people that were users that really didn't fuck with him, that abandoned him, they would have all benefited from his success if that shit would not have been revealed to him. Sometimes you'll get knocked down so your eyes can be opened up to the fake ones around you. And you'll get to see who deserves to be in your presence or who deserves to be around you. Sometimes you need to take your falls not as a failure, but as a success. You successfully got rid of all the people that didn't have your back in your life. Because when it mattered, they turned their back on you. I don't know what's going on with my volume, man. You just gotta deal with it. And somebody said Curtis Black, skin color doesn't change anything. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I think it's just gonna go against all the facts of history. Yeah, history? Nah, man, that shit don't matter. Nah, man. We all bleed. I love that thought. I love that thought that we all bleed the same color. Yes, we do. We are all human. But just because we're all human, don't take away from the struggle of people that have to deal with that shit, nigga. That's cute. That's a cute statement. Skin color doesn't change anything. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Like, what rock and what hole are you living in? Skin color don't change a thing. That thought process, I love that you can think to that positive. But we have to be realistic and live in reality. Tell that to Native Americans, right? What up, North Side Buddha? Oh, I'm paying. And that's the other thing. I don't like when people say skin color don't change anything, or skin color. I don't see skin color. I don't see color. Why not? Skin color is a beautiful thing. I love my brown brothers. I love my black brothers. I love every color is beautiful. It's a beautiful tone. It's a beautiful color. It's God's creation. How are you not gonna recognize God's creation? Curtis Black says I am Native American. Well, have you ever heard of the brown bag rule? Let me break you off with something for you, Curtis Black. Since skin color doesn't mean anything, and how in one instance, I'm just bring up one instance how it fucked your people up. Indians got reparations and Indians got things from the government. But if you were an Indian and you were darker than a paper bag, a brown paper bag, you didn't get the reparations. Do you know about that, Curtis? And I'm not bashing you. I love the way you think it. I love that you are on what you're on. But do you know about the brown paper bag rule? That was strictly based off the color of skin. It was based strictly off the color of your skin. The brown bag, the brown paper bag rule. Hey, GFS, I'm waiting like a couple more minutes, maybe like 10 more minutes to play that song because maybe if I wait a little bit and it's not in the beginning, me playing that song, they might not get me. Let me pull this up for you. The brown bag rule or brown paper bag test was a discriminatory practice, particularly in the 20th century, where individual skin tone was compared to a brown paper bag to determine their social standing and access to certain privileges. That's damn near the definition of racism, just based off of color. And that's not saying just a black dark person. There's Mexicans that are darker than a brown paper bag. There's Indians that are darker than a brown paper bag. There's Asians that are darker than a brown paper bag. A brown paper bag is damn near like the color of cardboard. I thought I had some cardboard right here. But that's real. Shout out to all the natives. But colorism has been used for a very long time. Colorism is a real thing. Also, in caste systems, they use color. If you're dark, that means that you're out in the sun. That means like, damn, you're not royal. You don't be in the house. You be outside working in the sun. That's why you're so dark. You're a laborer. Colorism is a real thing. But I do believe we're all humans and we're all related and we're all created equal in God's eyes and we're all brothers and sisters. But color is a beautiful thing. The difference in our looks and stuff is beautiful. It's beautiful to be different. But we have to respect it. We can't ignore it like it don't exist. Scrooston G, Super Chat, top of the morning, Rios and the AM family. Y'all have a good, blessed weekend. Stay safe and stay dangerous. Ghetto Cafe, run the likes up. Run the likes up. Everybody, my natives. Everybody in here, run them likes up. My Tainos. My Nigerians, my Africans, my Tainos, my originals, my natives, everybody, all of us. We all love each other, but to discredit color and culture and this and that is to not recognize each other. Let's recognize each other. We can't say we don't see that shit, that we're blind to it. You know what's crazy? This was natives land, right? We call them Indians or whatever. Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say, natives, Native Americans, natives, indigenous, Indians, whatever the proper term is. I've never even had dinner with an Indian or a native. I've never even been to an indigenous person's house. I know people that have Indian blood in them, that have like that their grandparents or whatever were part Indian. But I've never really been surrounded by natives or in their culture that wasn't a festival or an event. Like just an Indian family, a Native American family that lived down the street. Never. Like that shit's sad to me. That shit's like breaks my heart. Like damn, was their country. This was their land. And the fact that their numbers are so small or they have been so mistreated. That you barely even see them. You barely see them. You barely see them. They were slaughtered and mistreated so bad that you barely see them. No, I'm not. No, not. I'm not reservations. I'm not talking about reservations. I'm talking about in regular society. But I have also GFS. I have not been to a reservation. No, I have not. They used to have a festival. There used to be a bomb ass festival that they used to have in Harbor City, and in like they have the Oktoberfest there, I think now. But they used to have this Native American fest every year where my mom and dad used to take us, and they would be there. They used to have like they used to be selling like music. This was when this is how old I was. The tapes, not CDs, tapes, and then there was like CDs, but it would just be just celebration, dancing, music, singing, and they don't do it. They don't have it no more. But it's just sad the fact that like fuck man, like I don't even like we've been robbed. I've been robbed of that. You know what I mean? Like y'all dirty motherfuckers robbed all of us of getting to experience that on a regular basis. Is it called a powwow for real? Are you playing, Gus? If it's called a powwow, they used to have powwows. That's what it is. Oh, it is a powwow. Yeah, they used to have a powwow in like Harbor City area. Let me see where the res. Curtis Black says the res is close to me. Wait up. Wait, what did he say? Damn it. Live right next to the res, Rios. Look that shit up since you want to kick knowledge. Hold on. Oh, you think I'm playing? You think I just be talking? Reservation near me. Let me see. Fernando Tataviam Band of Mission Indians in San Fernando and the Gabrielan. Damn, I can't say that. Gabrielino Tongva people in the LA Basin. The LA Basin? Is it the LA Basin one or is it the San Fernando? I think I'm closer to the LA Basin one. Let me see if that's it. LA Basin reservation. Let me see. Because I definitely will visit that shit. Wait, do you have to be invited? The indigenous people of the Los Angeles Basin do not currently have a designated reservation. Damn. Despite being recognized by the state of California and Los Angeles City Council and are working towards federal recognition. This is the shit I'm talking about. The indigenous people of Los Angeles Basin do not currently have a designated reservation despite being recognized by the state of California and Los Angeles City and working towards federal recognition. Nigga, how many hundreds of years do we gotta go before it's recognized? That's something I can support. How do we get that in the 4,000 plus square mile region we call Tavanga are known today as Greater Los Angeles Basin. Our natural ancestral boundaries are from Santa Susana Mountains to the north, Aliso Creek to the south, the San Bernardino Mountains to the east, and Pacific Ocean to the west, including the four channel islands of Santa Catalina, San Clemente, Santa Barbara, and San Nicolas. Oh man, I could do a whole thing on this. It was October. I'm gonna just read. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I don't. But I'm look at this. It was October 8th, 1542, when Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo noted in his log his description of the Bay of Smoke, San Pedro Bay. Oh shit, that might have been the people that was throwing the powwow because it was over there, Harbor City, San Pedro area. Over 200 years later, August 2nd, 1769, Captain Gasper and his contingent of men camped in Yang, Los Angeles. Both groups encountered the Tongva people living in the respective areas. In 1771, the Spanish turned their sights to conquer. Ooh-wee. And I got Spaniard blood because they went and conquered the Tainos in Puerto Rico, man. Spanish turned their sights to conquer and enslave the Tongva by using them as slave labor force to build the mission de San Gabriel Archangel, giving the Tonga slaves the name Gabrielino. In the name of the King and Queen of Spain and of the Pope, religion, the Pope, religion, Christianity, Catholicism. In the name of Catholicism, basically, and the King and Queen of Spain, disease, rape, kidnapping, enslavement, imprisonment, and slaughter by any means followed the soldiers of Spain through the territory, starting with the rape of the wife of a chief, the murder of the same chief as he confronted the soldiers at the mission, and the enslavement of the chief's son through baptism, making the son a ward to the church when his mother tried to appease the friars to bring peace to all. The friars took this as a sign to start the forced relocation in earnest. Whew. That shit, like, that shit is so real. That shit is so real that it's like a knife being turned. You know what I mean? Like when you read shit like that, because just imagine as a husband having your land, having your property, having your spot where you at. This is what I know. This is my world. This is where I live. This is what I've created. And then these foreigners or whatever, the real immigrants, the real illegal immigrants. Not only were they immigrants, not only were they foreign to the land, they came and saw what they wanted to take from a people. And as a husband, as a chief of a tribe, they rape your wife and you try to defend them and they kill you. They rape your wife and then they make your son a ward of the church and slave labor him. This is what people went through. Color is a thing. Racism is a thing. War is a thing. Ugly, evil is a thing. Greed is a thing. Man, I know about the cold talkers, Curtis. Shit. Slavery started in 1619. African slavery started in 1619. 1619, slavery, bringing the blacks. You like, oh man, like the stories of like, all right, we got there. We got there. We got there. Hey, thank you to, my brother's name? What's my brother's name that I was just talking to? Curtis Black. Yeah. Yeah, forget about that shit. Forget about it. And they teach us like small things about history. They teach us little things about history. But that's why I'm not mad about them taking certain shit out of school, because we have to teach. We have to take control of what we teach our children. We should teach this kind of shit at home. Why am I just learning about from Curtis Black about the Gabrielinos? But that, no, I don't even want to say that because I think that's the name that they were given. That's the Tongva people. Right here in our backyard. Why I'm just learning about that? Why my kids don't know about that? That's the real shit that, like the real history that needs to be told. That the inspiration, the inspiring, the motivating, like this is what will happen. This has happened. And let me get to this song. I think we've gone long enough with the where they won't where it's not the beginning of the stream where we can listen to what GFS was talking about, Complexion by Kendrick Lamar. You know what? Let me listen to it on something else because if I do it on YouTube, hey man, shout out to the natives, the indigenous people of America, of the world. Shout them out. Shout them out. All the indigenous people, man. Like the plight, I see you, I hear you, and I understand. Where should I listen to this at? Should I listen to it on Instagram? I mean, on YouTube? No. Shay Rez, I will whoop your ass. All right, man. Nah, for real. I use the same glue Havoc uses for his shoes, man. I use that for my beard. Oh, man. Okay. Should I look at the video? No, let's not look at the video. Just let's. Maybe I should look at the video. If they're going to hit us, they're going to hit us. Oh, complexion. Let's get to this first. It came up in Reddit. I know a lot of people. Oh yeah, like the colorism in our community. Oh man, this is about to be deep. I'll get to the explanation after we listen to it. I don't think I've heard this song GFS. The just the explanation that I just read. It's a Zulu love. Ooh wee. Get the first 15 seconds already. God damn. This dude Kendrick. I'm gonna just hear that again.
Darkest the midnight hour.
Ten toes down, even if masses listen. 10 tones down. Complexion. Ooh. My God. I don't know how I've never heard this song. I don't know how I haven't heard this song, but Jesus Christ. I'm going to go back a little bit, y'all. I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm sorry. of the landmines, the hell that's on earth. Look at this picture. Like, look at how dope this picture is. For a lot of people, that invokes fear. For a lot of people, that the emotion that they see, that they have when they see that, invokes a different emotion than what it invokes in me. We all know them. We all know them. That's all us. That's us. On the White House lawn. Like, damn, that was dope. I want to listen to that again, but I'm not trying to get like in trouble or whatever. But that, oh, got to go again. We got to do it again. My bad. Hey, shout out to GFS for what is that called? For requesting me to play this. Shout out to GFS. GFS is always on top of the game. Like, man, without y'all, like this whole shit works because of you guys. And I appreciate you guys being in here, and I appreciate you guys' suggestions. I appreciate my brother, damn, what was his name? Eric Black. Everybody in here, the native talk, the colorism talk, and me talking about what I want to talk about, y'all talking and y'all sharing y'all viewpoints about the things. But shout out to GFS for listening to the Jonathan Majors thing that I was saying and him saying, hey, you need to play Complexion. Shout out to GFS for sure, man. Damn. Can I listen to it one more time? It's really for me. I really want to just hear it again because that's my first time hearing that song. If it's okay with y'all, I would love to listen to that again, but y'all let me know in the chat, and if I see yes, I'll listen to it again. If not, we'll move forward. But it's all love all the time, y'all. Let's go out here and be a blessing for somebody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is the AM Wake Up Show, the #1 morning show in the world, Craig. I wish I had a platform where I could play the music that I want and I could talk to y'all and I could vibe with y'all and we could listen to music. You guys could suggest songs that we listen to and on some positive shit. But we can't do that here. That's the one thing I don't like. That's the one thing I don't like is that I can't like freely listen to music. Like we're still like limited to the things we can do because music is so powerful. We talked about it the other day. Like if we can listen to music in the AM Wake Up Show and like this is the song that's on my mind, this is the message I want y'all to go out into the world with, how dope would that be? Oh shit, y'all said play it again. Let's go. What up, 919 Heen? What up, GFS, Ed G, Curtis Black, Eric Chapman, Tafashe, 80s. 80 said play that play, just don't have it. Oh shoot. I know the world is listening, so I'm gonna say something vital and critical. Cause this nigga Dot, man. I have heard the song. I've been a fan of Dot's. Like I'm not a major fan, like where I know everything he's done. But this shit, Niggas could never. Y'all, the other side could never.
Vital and critical for survival of mankind.
Brothers, what's up? My magnificent brothers, my queens in the Ghetto Cafe, my magnificent brothers and queens in the Ghetto Cafe. That's how we start the morning. See, that's why I want an option. Oh, you know what? It's picking up all the other mics. I want the option to play. I want the option to play music. So I don't know if it's Kick, Twitch, whatever, but this just changed my whole morning. This literally changed my whole morning. Would y'all go over to Kick or Twitch or whatever it is? Would y'all go over there? If I started doing a show, we could keep the AM Wake Up Show over here if y'all want or whatever. But I think that this is a much needed element that we need. It might not be YouTube, man. Shit, it might not be YouTube. We might have to change the platform because that was just too powerful. I might lose out on views. I might lose out on subscribers, but I think that that is a needed element. I might be done with going live on YouTube. Look, y'all, I'm not even joking. I'm not even playing. I will go over to another platform and not even go live on YouTube no more, on the Wake Up Show. I know a lot of people listen to this in the car. I don't know if you can listen to Twitch in the car. I don't know if it's more convenient to listen to YouTube. But man, I need to jump over to another platform so I can do this because, and you know, I ain't gonna play I'm not gonna play no bullshit, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna play none of that. I won't be doing that, but stuff like this and I just said how powerful music is and the vibrations and the studies behind 808s and the heartbeats and this and that and the rhythm of the heart and the beat and all that stuff and how music, your heart will change its path. Like, oh man. And then post clips on YouTube. Maybe that's what I'll do, y'all. But which one is better, Twitch or Kick? Because I know one of them used to be able to do viewing parties where you could watch movies with your people too. I might go over there, man. I'm not fucking joking. Twitch it is? Twitch? I can multi-stream, but if I do this if I play this music, it'll probably get caught up on YouTube. But it doesn't matter if it gets caught up on YouTube. It's still on Twitch, right? Well, you guys talk to me. You guys tell me what you think. I need the Ghetto Cafe for information and to tell me what's the good and bad and what to do and what not to do. Real Ones. Okay, I'm going to play one more. I'm going to play one more. Real Ones by Kendrick. And y'all can introduce me to music because I'm an old head and I only listen to mostly R&B. Turn the mic up. Turn the mic up. Damn, why is it? Something's happening. I don't know why the mic is doing what it's doing, but no, I just edited it out later, huh? That's what GFS is saying. I gotta talk louder, like I gotta fucking yell because my mic is not picking up. Like, what is going on? I don't know what's happening, why my shit is so low, but just deal with it for today, y'all. But it's saying that Real by Kendrick Lamar, that's 7 minutes. Somebody said it was a minute and a half. Okay, let me put this in the thing. Hey, we almost at our super chat goal, man. We already at 9. I got super chats I gotta read. Damn. Put a poll. Oh, no, that's not it. That's a Q&A. Man, I'm really considering it, y'all. Like, because that just gave me a really good feeling. And then I could bring up videos. Like, there was videos that I could have watched about the Native Americans and the indigenous people. But then I'm nervous because I don't want to get a strike, or I don't want to get the demonetization. I'm not really tripping off of. I don't care about getting demonetized, but getting a strike and then not being able to kick it with y'all and be up here, because we up here every morning. I don't want to ever have to lose that. I don't ever want to lose that. But if I was on another platform, I could really unleash and do everything that I want to do. I could go talk about the Native Americans and pull up videos and talk about it like this is that. But here, I'm nervous about shit. Should AM Wake Up Show go to another platform? Twitch, Kick, y'all go ahead and vote. Let me read these super chats, and then I'm going to try to go to The Real One by Kendrick Lamar. Somebody said The Real One by Kendrick. Let me read these super chats. Top of the shelf super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate it very much. J Rez, Rios super chat. Rios beard strap on. Laughing out loud. Just kidding. Good morning, gang. Scrooston G super chat. Thank you, Scrooston. Thank you, J Rez. Thank you, Top Shelf Podcast. Top of the morning, Rios and the AM family. Y'all a good, blessed weekend. Stay safe and stay dangerous. Ghetto Cafe, run the likes up. People think people think all natives be super paid, but I'm part of a poor tribe, but I'm in my bag with hold on. J-Rez, people think all natives be super paid, but I'm part of a poor tribe. But I'm in my bag with Stream. I'm in my bag. W Stream and Rios. Witness or beard. Big leaps of faith. Super chat. My wife is Indian and she gets paid. Boom. Shout out to her, man. J Rez, super chat. Rios, what glue you use for your beard? The same glue Havoc uses for his shoes. TTMG, super chat. You got a rip away beard. That thing's a snap on. We hit our super chat goal, man. We got 10 super chats within the first 2 hours or maybe an hour, shit, I don't know. But thank you guys for always supporting. I appreciate you guys. Without y'all, this show don't work. Without y'all, this don't happen. We hit the goal. Let's celebrate the Ghetto Cafe, and possibly the Ghetto Cafe moving over to Twitch or Kick and doing clips on YouTube. I saw that message. Ray Alejandra, 199. Super chat, shout out Rios. Got my day started in a good way. That's all we trying to do. We're just trying to get people going in a good way. We're just trying to start the day on some positive shit and just be cool, man. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's how we gonna do. Every day, all day. Being good people. TTMG Mick, super chat. Nip said it best. Look at how they derail ninjas. It be the drug head and jail ninjas. They praise the BS instead of growth. If that ain't the truth. If that ain't the truth, just imagine, like I know it's fairy tales and imagine, but just imagine if our big dogs wasn't taken out. All of them. Everybody, all the big dogs that was at the top. Like, why does it at our tops always? Nip said it best. Look at how they derail ninjas. It be the drug head and jail ninjas. They praise the BS instead of growth. Real shit. Tafashe, super chat. Twitch is better, but Kick will not cost and no ads. Why is Twitch better? And why is Twitch better, but Kick will not cost and no ads? So Kick won't cost the people, but Twitch is better. So explain that to me, Tafashe. I might have to do some call-ins for this. Everybody's saying 54% right now is on Kick. It's saying Kick. OG Professional, that's funny. MacWap has his ads on Max. That's why people complain, but I'm sub to that no good ninja. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. Twitch has crazy amounts of ads. Twitch probably pays the podcaster or whatever, probably pays you more than Kick. You probably get paid more money than on. Twitch versus Kick. I'll let y'all see this too. Twitch and Kick are both live stream platforms, but Kick stands out by offering a more creator-centric approach with 95-5 revenue split, while Twitch, backed by Amazon, has a larger audience and established features. So Twitch is better with what it provides, like the features and the audience. Kick is more of a money play for the people. It's more of a money play for if you go to Kick. Okay. I see it. I see the play. Let's see what
they want to come out with the Kick currency that I told you guys about.
Kick currency?
Where basically you can, your viewers.
No, never mind.
It's been a little over a year since Kick is released, and we have a lot more knowledge about the platform compared to my last video that I made almost a year ago. With that being said, I'm going to be going over the complete comparison.
I'm not going to do that whole thing. I'm not going to make y'all have to watch that. I'll do that on my own time. So the poll is saying Kick. Poll is saying Kick. 39 votes for Kick. And it costs 15 for Twitch. WAP ain't been on in a month. Big time is FMW. Keem going live on his phone. Apollo fans are starving. Man, shout out to Apollo, man. Shout out to the Apollo fans. Mac WAP will be back soon. You get your Apollo in a little bit. It'll be here. Okay. We'll see. But that's something that I'm thinking about. That's something that I really want to do. I've been thinking about it. And it's not like I got 50,000 subscribers. It's not like, oh, man, I'm going to lose 50,000 people if I go over it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still going to do YouTube. I'll still do clips on YouTube. You know what? I think that's the plan. I need to write that down because I'll be forgetting. Go to a different platform. I'm just talking out loud right now, y'all, to myself. Go to a different platform. Do your lives. AM Wake Up Show, and then do your podcast and stuff with other people here and clips here. Okay. I'm with it. I don't know if you guys heard about Conor McGregor in the Oval Office with Trump, but this is a video. I want to play the video of him speaking. I want to play the video of him speaking real quick. Give me your opinion. I'm not going to give my opinion. I'm going to let y'all hear it. I'm going to let y'all give y'all opinion, and then I'll talk about it. Oh, wait, it's even. It's 50%, 42 votes. Some say Twitch, some say Kick. 51%. Okay, I'll close the poll at 7 o'clock. I'll close the vote at 7 o'clock. MacWap been doing his double back edition. He streams on Kick, then bounce back the video to his YouTube on Premiere timing, Rios. But I think he does that because his shit's been getting demonetized on YouTube. I think he got in trouble with some shit. And that's why he went over there. Maybe he saw, I'm gonna hit MacWap up. I'm gonna hit him up and I'm gonna ask him, I'll talk to him. But hey, somebody already on it. OG Professional already on it. Like, you already going where this dude don't miss. OG Professional do not miss, man.
Yeah.
Where can you see it?
Definitely.
Hey, Conor.
Oh. Hey.
Hey, Hey, Conor, first of all, did you get some time with President Trump? And also, I know there's some Irish immigrants in the U.S. without.
Yeah.
Where can you see it?
Definitely.
Hey, Conor.
Oh. Hey.
Hey, Conor, first of all, did you get some time with President Trump? And also, I know there's some Irish immigrants in the U.S. without.
Look at this fool, man. Do he look spun or what? I don't know. Is it me or am I tripping?
Status. What do you think should happen to them?
The Irish
There's some recent Irish immigrants without legal status.
Are we taking questions?
Taking over the podium.
Ireland and America, we are siblings. We consider America our big sibling. So it's important for Ireland to have be a peaceful.
Oh, I said I wasn't going to talk.
Happy, prosperous country for the 40 million Irish Americans to have a place to visit, to come back to their home. So we wish for our relationship with the United States to continue, and we wish to be taken care of by the big bro. You know, the United States should look after its little bro, and that's how we feel.
How about the trade? You worked out, there's some trade disputes between the U.S. and the EU, and how do you think?
We wish exemption. Ireland wish
Hey,
exemption.
we actually have some stuff that we
I
have
will
to
say,
do right now. Appreciate it.
Connor is here to meet with the president. He'll be meeting with him later this afternoon. We couldn't think of a better guest to have with us on St. Patrick's.
Y'all have at it, man. Y'all tell me your thoughts. I'll give my thoughts after. Okay.
Day. We're both wearing our green. This was not planned, but very festive. And as you know, I'll be having a briefing later at 1 o'clock, so we'll talk more about their meeting later. But he's going over to meet with some other administration officials. He's spending the day in Washington, D.C.
For sure.
So
I'm here to
it'll be
raise
fun.
the issues the people of Ireland face. You know, and it'll be music to the people of Ireland's ears, because never on the main stage has the issues the people of Ireland face been spoke. You know, our government has long since abandoned the voices of the people of Ireland. And it's high time that America is made aware of what is going on in Ireland. What is going on in Ireland is a travesty. Our government is the government of zero action with zero accountability. You know, our money is being spent on overseas issues that has nothing to do with the
I'm being quiet because I want it to be y'all honest opinion.
Irish people. The illegal immigration racket is running ravage on the country. There are rural towns in Ireland that have been overrun in one swoop, that have become a minority in one swoop. So issues need to be addressed, and the 40 million Irish Americans, as I said, need to hear this, because if not, there will be no place to come home and visit. You know, Ireland is at the cusp of, you know, potentially losing its Irishness, and I'm here to raise the issue and highlight it. You know, it's also St. Patrick's Day, so a little bit of celebrations for sure, and you know, a little bit of learning and listening to Mr. President Trump, whose work ethic is inspiring, and all that does to me is highlight the lack of work on my side. So that's it. That's what I'm here for.
Awesome. Thank you, Connor.
Thank you, guys.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I got so much to say. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all shit off first, and then I'm gonna reply. So the poll, I'm ending the poll, is saying Twitch over Kick, 52% to 48%. 52 to 47% says Twitch over Kick. 61 votes. Okay. That shit is incredible. That shit is incredibly, I'm not going to say incredibly ignorant, but I'm going to say incredibly stupid. It don't even seem real. It don't even seem real. This dude with his history, I'm not going to talk about his history right now. I'm going to just talk about what he said, that the Ireland is involved in other people's issues and not involved enough in their home issues, in their own country's issues. But then on the other hand goes and asks America to get involved in their issues. You complaining about your country getting involved in other people's issues, but then you asking for us to get involved in your issues. How that make sense? Tell me how that works. You telling your people and your country and your government to stop doing something, but then requesting our country to do what you telling your country to stop doing. They should have never let that happen. They should have never let that conversation happen. And then not even going to go to talk about his history and his past incidents and accusations and reports and shit with women. And that's what you could bring them and you represent in the presidency. You're going to go meet with Trump. You're going, what can you do for us? What does taking a meeting with him do? What does taking a meeting with him do? Well, I can't put it past because he took meetings with Kanye also. For Irish month, the month of Ireland, I don't know, or it was St. Patrick's Day. All right, you that was the Irishman that you talked to. He art a woman so bad, allegedly, or maybe it's official. I don't know, that they had to surgically remove her tampon. He's accused of doing something so viciously and ravaging someone so bad against their will that they had to have a tampon surgically removed from them. We listening to you on your government shit. I'm not trying to say just because you do bad stuff, you don't. I'm not saying shut up and dribble. I'm not saying that. But the optics of that, the optics of all that, oh man. I was like literally looking at that like, who the hell are you to request of our government? Yeah, our government. We're American. That's our government. Who are you to request of us to help you? Y'all deal with your own issues. Clearly, we dealing with our own issues over here because we can't get past our own nose. Oh, and this shit is recent. Conor McGregor seeks to introduce new evidence in civil appeal case. So that shit is still actually going on. This is what Ireland, this BBC. Media. Charity complaint over McGregor's White House visit. An Irish art crisis charity has complained to the U.S. administration, this is from Ireland, about the visit of Conor McGregor to the White House on St. Patrick's Day. In a letter to the U.S. Embassy in Ireland, the Dublin Art Crisis Center said McGregor's meeting with the U.S. president effectively normalizes sexual violence and trivializes its impact on survivors. Last year, an Irish woman who accused a former mixed martial arts fighter of her in Dublin hotel won a civil court action against him. A jury at the High Court in Dublin found that McGregor had assaulted Nikita Hand and ordered him to pay more than $248,000. I don't know what that currency is. McGregor has lodged an appeal. So this is current. This is something that's happening right now. Why is he even in there? That's just my opinion. My shit is just as stupid and as ugly. It's dumb. Like, why? What for? No benefit to it. Ohio ties. White House full of them right now, huh? That shit is incredibly stupid. That's just one incident with this fool. The BBC, the news outlet is covering all this shit. This is crazy. Hey man, I'll send a special prayer out to women who are victims of violence and victim of barbaric activity. and the fear and the things that you guys have to go through daily, because this shit happens far too often and it's fucking sad. You know what I mean? Like, I pray over y'all strength and healing for things that you've gone through, and strength and in the future, because men got to get their shit together. A lot of men got to get, not all men, but this is like 1 in 3 women. 1 in 3 women deal with shit like this. That shit is crazy, man. And the fact that they had that clown up there, oh man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Oh, shoot. I'm laughing at a comment. It's British Broadcasting Corporation, man. Come on, man. Let me put the number up. I'm going to start taking some calls. Hold on. Let me actually get it connected. There we go. All right, we connected. We good to go. Yeah, man. Y'all pretty much feel the same way that I feel about that shit. Like, nigga, who are you to get up here and request and say anything? We're represented by some big dummies. I love the country. I love the people. I love us. But we're represented by some fucking idiots, man.
Don Supreme.
Hey, here we go.
From Don Supreme.
What up, Don Supreme? It's the AM Wake Up Show at Rios, the #1 show in the world, Craig. What's going on?
Good morning. Good morning.
What up, Don?
Good
What's
morning.
happening?
Not much, man. Just drop the kids off at school. I'm about to go back to the house to get me some tea in my body.
Let's go. Shout out to being dedicated, dropping the babies off to school, man.
Yeah, every day. It's an everyday thing. Yeah. No, I was just talking about wish you a good weekend. I hope you have a good weekend with your family. Yeah, that would be a good idea for you to possibly switch to another platform so we can listen to music and you don't have to worry about like getting strikes and all that stuff.
Right. Like, I think it'll be a better vibe. You know what I mean? Like, I won't be as restricted and limited to the things that I can do and the things that I can show, because I'm always like hesitant to open this page up or look at this video or listen to this. And just that one Kendrick song, like, man, that just made me want to change my whole shit. Like, if I could do this over there, why am I over here? Why am I doing it? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
and
mean?
you know we're gonna follow too. So
Man, I hope so, because if y'all do, if you guys do, I definitely will go over there, and it would be a better product, I think. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be a way better product and a way more enjoyable product, and like, it just made me realize, like, damn, I'm not even using some shit that is at like my fingertips at my disposal that can be very influential, very powerful, very impactful. So yeah, man, I think that might be a new look. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's what's up.
Hey, you're
Yeah,
you're out in Texas, right?
Yeah.
What's up with this yellow beezy shit, man?
Well, everybody knew that he didn't put the hit out. Like Texas people, they've been on that.
Oh, everybody been knowing about this. This is old news to everybody else, basically.
Yeah, at least Texans, like, we've been kind of knowing that's been going on. The crazy thing about it is they used to be homeboys and stuff, like.
Him and Mo3, I think, Mo3. Damn.
Yeah, Mo3 and Trap Boy Freddy and all them boys.
It seems like right now is a bad time to be it's a bad time to be a rapper. Like, it seems like a bad time to be. It's a bad profession right now.
Well, Trump said it in the beginning, not to talk about that nigga, but he said it. He coming after them gangs and that street shit and that cartel. He's not playing around. So
Well, shit,
You know
go
what I'm
after
saying?
it.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is the first of many.
The first of many, and then like the he definitely went after the head over here, or whoever did that. That might have been in the workings. It's been so much shit going on in general, so that might have already been on the agenda already. But if that's the case, that's the case, man. But I'm just tired of motherfuckers dying, man. I'm tired of people, tired of us killing each other. Like, I'm tired of that shit. Like, that shit is old news, man. Like, we got to grow up and move forward. Like, and I just looked up and I'm like,
Hey,
oh,
let me
shit.
ask-
Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. So when you in a gang, say for instance yourself, and then you decide to be like not from the gang no more, how does that work?
I'm not in the gang. It's like, let's just get that
No,
out
no,
there.
no,
All YouTube,
no, no, I'm
like,
saying-
I'm not in
I'm-
the gang. I don't represent any gang, anything like that. But
No,
I would think that if you were in a gang, in a real gang, and you were around your peers and people that actually love you and appreciate you, and you did your work, or you do whatever you do, I would think, or allegedly would think that they would be like, damn, it's amazing that our brother is moving on to some positive shit and doing better with his life and trying to get ahead and do something different and portray a different image for young people out there. And I think that I would think that the gang or your old people or your people that love you, that appreciate you, that are your brothers, will support that shit. I would think that they would much rather you do that than the opposite. They much rather see you doing great than going to jail or doing some ignorant shit. And I would think that they can say that they always seen you in a light to do better, and they're happy that you're doing better. Like, I would think that would be what it would be.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say.
No,
to say it
not,
like
I'm
that.
not saying
I
you
just
meant to say it like that. I'm just saying that's what I think would be the case.
Yeah, because I asked that because there's probably somebody watching that's involved with it, and they want to do good, and they caught up. You know what I mean? And they they don't know how to break away. Like,
yeah, like, you got to show and prove. Oh, you really want to move on? You might not even have to say it. You just might just start doing better in life. And real recognize real. You know what I mean? Like, you don't be a liar, don't not communicate, just be who you are and move forward. I would think that would be a way, you know what I mean? Like, now I don't know if you are like a buster, or you ain't did nothing, or you not in good standing, or you ain't did no work, or you ain't really with that, or you ain't never really been with that, it might be a different issue. Like, nigga, like, wait, what? You on weird? You ain't even put, like, it could be a multitude of things. I don't know. Everybody is different, but I would wish that would be the outlook for everybody. You know what I mean?
yeah. All right. Well, have a good weekend, Chad. Y'all have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too, brother. Have a good one. Shout out to you and your family. God bless, and all love, man. Prayers of strength and amazingness to you and your family, brother. Have a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you my email so you can send me that black plan too.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, and then another thing I wanted to bring up was Lizzo. Lizzo compared herself to, I don't know if you would say it's a comparison, but she said Aretha Franklin and Whitney Houston also got accused of going pop. So I'm fine. Aretha and Whitney, category all on their own. I'm not trying to say she's delusional, but what? Oh man, that's just so funny. Like, shout out to Lizzo. What up, Pops? How you doing, man? Good morning. And shout out to Lizzo. Shout out to Lizzo. She's a queen. She's doing her thing. She's working hard, getting her stuff together. She got a lot of backlash for saying Aretha and Whitney got backlash for being too pop and kept going. And so will I. And I get like aspiring to be the greats. I get aspiring to be the greats and looking at the greats and their path and their walk and being like, they did this and I'm going to follow suit. I get that. Is she wrong? Should she have gotten the backlash that she got because of that? Oh, shoot. That grape juice. What the hell is this? No, I will not. Like, is she so wrong for that? Aretha and Whitney got backlash for being too pop, and they kept going, and so will I. She's talented. She's a talent. Or should we be mad at her for saying that shit? Like, I want to compare. I don't want to compare myself to the greats, but I also want to be like, hey, this is what such and such did. This is what Kobe did. This is what Mamba mentality was. I'm going to try to follow that image and that shit instead of following something that's not as good as that. Why? Just because we're in the same field and I'm not as decorated or as celebrated as him, I can't be like, yeah, look what Kobe did. I'm trying to do that. 919. Oh, man. Big Mama House tripping, and I heard she be smacking the background dancer. She out of pocket. Damn. I don't know about, I did hear about her being kind of mean to the dancers or whatever, but I don't know that for sure. I don't know. I hope not. And I don't know if y'all into sports or not, but Kansas got taken out in March Madness, first round. First round, got taken out. Damn. Oh shit, I just saw some shit. I just saw some shit I can't show on here. But if I was on Twitch or Kick, I could. But because where we at, I can't do it, y'all. Damn. Why is there so much violent shit on here? Damn, Twitter is violent. Like, damn, everything. How is that in my algorithm? Speaking of Conor McGregor.
I don't believe it, but now it's like, my man, you've got a $400 million Manhattan real estate portfolio?
Not just $400 million, so it's a lot more, but
they got, this is all, I'm just playing it just because.
That's just one of the portfolios I happen to purchase.
They got this dude on there, on Fox News, talking, like they got Conor McGregor and they got Mayweather. They got great representatives, man.
Just in 2024.
Wow, and that's how it's blossoming.
Well, you know, the number is growing each and every day. Like I said, the number is growing each and every day. That's one of my buildings in Manhattan, and as you can see, everything down bottom, from top to bottom, I own all the way down. And I'm truly, truly blessed.
Yeah.
Truly blessed.
You're blessed. I had a guest on yesterday, a guy named Dan Pena. I don't know if you ever seen any of his videos. Yes. He's a pretty brash dude, right? Okay. Today, his first cabinet meeting. He had a great press conference today, his first cabinet meeting. And his management style, the way he's going at this, what are your thoughts on the way this administration is trying to reinvigorate the country?
Well, the world, I mean, I'm saying in America, we're never happy. At least I'm happy, but we're never happy. When we had Trump before, we didn't appreciate him, but I think Trump is a great president. Actually, he's the best president. In my eyes, he's the best president we ever had. Great businessman, and that's what it's about.
And Mayweather and Conor McGregor, they fought each other.
Well,
yeah, and the way the day's cabinet thing, you probably went around here, it was really phenomenal. To the point you talked about, putting together a great team, put together a fantastic cabinet.
Trump has done an amazing job, and a lot of people around America are upset. But no matter who goes in the White House, we're always upset.
Right, right.
And I think Trump is the man for the job. He's the best president in my eyes.
I also have been reading a lot about your philanthropic stuff, right? The fires in California.
We're never happy. Well, I'm happy. I'm a billionaire. What are these peasants talking about down here? What the hell? Well, I can't see why they would be unhappy.
California, you went out to Hawaii.
Like, that shit is hilarious. I wonder, like, right now his approval rating is way down, right? Him and Elon Musk approval rating is down right now. Democrats' approval rating is in the dumps, which it should be. Motherfuckers don't stand for shit. Don't do shit. Let people do whatever they want. Don't fight. Don't put up no fight against nobody. Just let this. Should I get too far into it? But his approval rating is in the dumps because of the economy, because of the shit with Doge. At first they were celebrating it and pumped up and high on what he was doing around the world because of all the agendas, the narratives of the trans and the gay and supporting. But now they tripping. Republicans are tripping. People that voted for him are tripping now, and his polls his rating is down right now. Trump's rating. Approval rating down. It's not a political platform, I know y'all, but it's whatever I want it to be for right now. But I think he has. I don't like pulling up these things either, because like someone said, I shouldn't be looking at the British such and such, the BBC News, because I don't know how real they are. I might be lying. I might be saying some shit that these people ain't really telling the truth. So he's down to 44%. Plus 51, he's down 41. So most of America is disagreeing with him, which means that would mean that on his side, people are not agreeing with him. And I think it has something to do with like the farming and the farmers losing money in the Nebraska and the USAID shit. But oh shoot. No, this is a West Side resident hat. But you got these rich people that are saying, oh, you know what, Alex, call in before we get out of here because I got to leave early today if you're going to call in. If you're going to, oh, so BBC is pretty reliable as a news source. Okay. Because I just pulled up some right now and I was like, I got to find my reliable sources, the sources that are reliable that I can trust in, because I don't want to just be pulling shit up that is not what it's supposed to be. But if Alex is in here, Alex, you're not supposed to be asking us what we on. You're supposed to have your topics. What are you on today, Alex?
I want to talk.
Uh-oh, let me close that out. I don't know how to mute it. There we go. Alex the Large is in the kitchen. He's in the kitchen, but he ain't cooking yet. He in the kitchen, but he ain't cooking yet. Alex, I was talking about we might have to take the show to Twitch or Kick, man. Oh, that's what I was supposed to listen to, the other Kendrick Lamar song. What was it called? A Real One? It was a couple songs that y'all said y'all wanted me to listen to. I can't remember. Real? Is it real? I don't know if that was it. Y'all tell me what it was, and I'll pull it up. Good morning, baby. You get your coffee yet? And so just a heads up, if you guys haven't, I want you guys to please go look at the Hidden Heroes in Plain Sight that I released the other day. Kind of got overshadowed by the news that was coming out. It was a big events happening, big arrests, big stuff like that happening. So if you guys can, I'm going to drop the link. If you can, at your time, please go watch Hidden Heroes in Plain Sight with Chris Young of Air West. Copy. There we go. I'm going to drop it in here just so you guys have it. Go watch that. Please support that. Reuters and The Guardian are legit. So Reuters, Guardian, British. I hate saying that, but I'm mature. BBC. But I'm not talking about the other shit. And then we have a couple more super chats to read. Oh, shoot. I just missed a call. I've been missing calls this whole time. My bad, Alex. Call back. I've been missing calls. My volume is off. Dang it. Oh, Bluetooth. I muted the Bluetooth. My bad. Damn. I've been missing calls this whole time. Dang it. I muted the Bluetooth. My bad, y'all. My bad, Alex. I just saw you were the last one to just call. My bad. My bad. Damn. Whoever called from Philly, whoever called from New York, my bad, my bad. Alex, my bad. I didn't see the call, man. He in the kitchen, so hopefully he's cooking. Call back, Alex. Oh, phooey. Did anybody remember what the Kendrick song was called? Did anybody say what it was? Was it real? Man, my bad, y'all. My bad. It was muted. Alex said, I've been calling. I'm sorry, y'all. Damn. Players mess up too. Players mess up, man. It's a part of the game. Let me keep the phone right here so I can see it. My bad, y'all. Oh shit. Caller, what's up, man? This is the AM Wake Up Show with Rios, the greatest show in the world, greatest morning show in the world, greatest chat in the world, the Ghetto Cafe. And it's an amazing place where I have callers call in. And one of the callers' name is Alex DeLarge. He's amazing. Caller, what's your name?
Good morning. My name is Alex DeLarge.
What's up, Alex? What's happening, man?
I've been saying this a long time ago, man. These celebrities, these millionaires, these people do not care about you.
They do not
care about none of us at all.
They do not.
I've been saying this for years and years and years and years. And you guys go by the hundreds and thousands to support them, buy their merch, go see their concerts. I remember a friend of mine, I was dating this Jewish girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was all Yeezy shoes and Yeezy this and Yeezy that. She was Jewish, right? This was like 10 years ago. I'm still cool with her. As soon as Kanye started doing all that Jewish stuff, I said, how you feel about that now?
Mm-hmm.
She was tripping. She got mad at me. I go, no, how do you feel about that now? You're going super hard. You're buying this dude's $200, $300 shoes. How do you feel about that? That dude's spitting in your face, straight up in your face. She didn't have nothing to say.
Did she
These
still support
celebrities
him?
don't care about us, man, at all.
No, they don't. What do they care about, though, Alex?
The money.
That's it.
They care about their money. They care about their fans. They care about their fans when they need money.
That's it.
I told you about Michael Jordan. How many kids are dying with Jordans on? How many kids are getting shot for Jordans back in the day?
Very true.
Everyone. Who's not wearing Jordans or Nikes? Do they say anything about it? No. Does Michael Jordan come out in Chicago where the gangs are going out of control? The kids are killing themselves. 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old kids are killing themselves with automatic guns. Michael Jordan don't say shit. Why? Because he's connected to the jails. He's probably getting money from the guns.
It's a possibility.
So,
I don't know. It's a possibility. I think he's actually invested in private prisons. I don't want to say that, but I think I did read that somewhere.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes, he is invested in private prisons. It's perfect, dude. It's perfect, dude. We're becoming products for these big companies. Think about it. Why do they let a big corporation buy a family home, a quote unquote family home? Why is a big corporation buying family homes? That doesn't make any sense.
You want to hear what Jordan said about that?
Michael Jordan said about what? About everyone dying?
Uh-huh.
Go for it. What did he say? Thank you.
In December 2014, several deceitful websites. Is it? We're gonna see if it's right. We're gonna see if it's.
Wop 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 wop.
No. So it said Michael Jordan said he doesn't care about kids dying over shoes, and it is false. So he didn't say that.
I mean, he doesn't have to say it. He doesn't have to say it. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. Let me see. I thought
he doesn't have to say it.
His actions speak louder than words.
Silence is complicit.
Silence is
complicit. Yep.
Yep. Let's see. Finally. So I don't know if
you
this
have
is
to look
real.
for it that far, obviously you don't care.
It says it saddens me, but that's not my problem. And I don't know if it saddens me. It's a shoe that I want, so I'm going to take it. But I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true though. Let's just be honest.
Look,
I don't know if that's a fact.
He hasn't said anything. He hasn't said anything about your kids in Chicago dying.
Come on, Mike. I'm gonna find it. He has to have said something. He's had to have said something. Come on, Mike. I'm looking. Keep talking, Alex. I'm searching right now. Please.
Nah. He hasn't said anything, man. Why? Think about it. You know what the biggest scam is? The war on drugs. You think the police want to get rid of drugs? That's job security. What are they going to do if there's no more crime and there's no more drugs? Half of them will be fired.
Well, what do you feel about? Because I have made a statement one time. I was like, man, why don't they just legalize this shit? What do you feel about that?
They don't make money off of it. If they legalize it, it's not legal anymore. Job security. Do you not listen to what I'm telling you?
No. No. You missed it. What do you think? Because it would take away from. What do you think it would be positive if we just legalize this shit? Do you think it would be better than putting money in their pockets and them locking people up and this and that? If we took the stigmatism of it being illegal and people having to do all this shit to murder and this and that to get this over here, do you think it would be better if they legalize it? Because it is some countries that have legalized it and they say
I appreciate your answer, Rios. I appreciate your answer. And you don't think this thought and this question hasn't been asked a million times by people that are supposed to know the answer?
Yes, but I want to know your opinion.
That their job is to keep the citizens safe. Their job is to keep, our system going. If they feel that legalizing drugs can't help, that's up to them. That's not my problem. Will legalizing drugs help? I mean, I know that they're gonna have to get rid of cops. Their budget's you know how much money they get for drugs
so much.
And controlling drugs? Okay, then that's it. Do you think they want to do that? Look, they're never gonna cure
I didn't
cancer.
say they want to do it. I know they don't want to. Listen to me. I know they don't want to. That's the obvious. No shit, Sherlock. They don't want to take money out their pocket. No shit. But what I'm saying is, have you seen like in other countries where they've done that and it's helped and like the crime has gone down and this and that and people like are doing better and instead of making it like a crime, they actually go after it like an actual like medical issue, a mental issue. Like these people have real issues.
Yeah. but America's not set up like that. Do I think that things will get better? Things will be better if they just decriminalize drugs? Yes. But America is not built on that.
Oh,
that's
Oregon's
why they never
done it.
speak up.
Oregon is doing it, and it's, oh shit.
Yeah,
and
look at how Oregon's doing.
And we have examples of it being better. But motherfuckers want money.
I don't know, man. Have you seen the zombies out in the street?
Hey, man, I'd rather it be zombies.
Look up Kingsington. Well, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Kingsington
right. I mean,
in Philadelphia.
Check this out.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah, I love watching that shit. Hey, check this out. This is what I think they should do.
What?
I love watching it. You know what I think they should do? There's people out there with what? Like flesh, dude, their whole leg cut off. Every fifth person is in a wheelchair because they had their legs cut off.
Because
from tranquilizers and fentanyl. Horse tranquilizer and fentanyl. It's called Trank. Their legs, it gets rotten. Okay.
Is that called like the alligator drug or some shit? Like I've seen something about that.
Yeah, it's called yeah. You know what? Look, this is what they need to do. They need to stop saving people from ODing. That doesn't make any sense. You know how many people they're saving from ODing in San Francisco and the city a day? They said 60 people. 60 people. You know how many people were setting the fires? 17,000 calls a year for homeless fires.
So wait, let me get, just so I understand you. Just so I understand you correctly. I'm going to repeat what you said. So we should not be resuscitating OD people that are in the process of overdosing, that are about to die. We shouldn't save their lives. Is that what you're saying?
No. Why? Helping you overdosing, and check it out. Most of them get mad when they wake up.
Oh my God, guys.
What you want to go do is go buy more dope.
Wait, so was was Big Time wrong for saving that dude at Rolling Loud?
And you guys are over there asking what was wrong with him. Is he okay? Does he need some water? Is it his insulin? Dude, he's taking drugs.
Oh shit. So if you're on drugs, if you overdose, it's just your fault. They should automatically have a no resuscitate.
Not your fault.
No resuscitate. They should just let them go. That's their fault.
Right now you're feeling amazing. Let them die. Let them die feeling amazing. Period. God rest their soul.
And what will that do? So I'm just trying to see the purpose of that. Like, so what would that do? It would make people avoid doing that? What is your logic behind it?
I'll tell you what that does. Instead of saving 60 drug addicts from overdosing, what do you think they're doing on that call when a baby's choking? Mother's pregnant, she can't get a ride. When a grandma's having a heart attack, they're dealing with crackheads that are getting high. About a citizen or a drug addict that burned every bridge that he's out in the street now.
And nobody will take him in. No one will take him in no more. He's burnt every bridge, and he's out there.
I'm 4 years sober. I already told you. I'm 4 years sober. My best friend and my mom had to tell me, listen, you need to stop, and I stopped. I could have kept going. I could still keep going. People love me so much. People love all of us so much. They'll let us go into the gutter. Be there for us. These people out on the street have burned every bridge imaginable.
So basically, tough love.
Let them stay in your garage at night. They'll steal everything in your garage.
Tough love. We need to hit them with the tough love. Like
let them die.
We're done.
Let them overdose. What's the problem? They're loving it. They're having an amazing time, and that's what I'm saying. Look, 60 calls a day. You know how expensive that is? They were saying years ago, this was about 15 years ago, I was watching a video about one hospital in Oklahoma, $300 million in burn victims and meth labs, burn victims, $300 million. Do you think them fools had insurance? No. So their hospitals are closing because meth labs were burning and people were, you know how painful a burn is and how expensive a burn victim, how much that treatment is? Millions of dollars. And these fucking meth heads, these drug addicts pretty much, dude, it's all a joke. It's all a joke. Let them die.
I don't agree with letting anybody die. First of all, I'm not with that, letting people die, but I get your sentiments. I get where you're coming from. Like, this is what they want to do and we're wasting money. We waste money on a lot of shit. We waste a lot of Why do 50 police show up to one call? Why is there 50 cars on one call? There's a lot of things that
why
we
is there
there's a
I'll
lot
tell
of
you
things.
why.
Wait. No. Let me finish. There's a bunch of things that we could minimize and shut down and do different and to save money. And one is not going to be saving money to not save somebody's life that's OD. And I see what you're saying, but everybody's important. You know what I mean? Like they're sick. Wait. Let me finish my statement. They're sick and they're dealing with some bullshit, and it's their fault, but they're also under the control of a substance and they're addicted, and it's very hard. So I'm not going to say that for anybody, but if you want to shut down certain things, like there are ways to do it. Like, why do we have all of this? Why is there 30 people? Why is there 30 police on a vagrant call? Why is there 30 police there? As a vagrant that's jaywalking, or a vagrant that's doing this, or this person is yelling over here. Why is there 20 cop cars there? There's at no time a need for 20. Look at there's no need for 20 cop cars and 40 police there unless you're about to put 100 bullets in this person, which they do at times. Like, oh, shoot, all of us shoot them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's different ways, but I'm not going to cut corners on saving lives because it will save us money. There's a lot other shit that we could do to save money.
There's a video of a cop. I think he was just like literally standing outside of a red carpet event. And this guy goes up to him and he goes, "Officer so-and-so, $148,000 in overtime. You made $340,000 this year."
Oh, shit.
Dude was literally standing outside of a red carpet event.
Well,
had to drop on him. He goes, you live in this city, right? You do this, right? Yeah. Okay. $148,000 in overtime for a police officer. What are you doing? Dude, you can't police the police. It's a scam.
It's a scam.
City workers, they're city workers. Check this out. They're city workers, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the DMV and somebody asks you and they get frustrated with you and they go, you're back and forth. Are they able to cuss? Why do cops love beating up people so much? You know what I mean? Like, they love it. Hey, get on the ground. Hey, fuck you, man. Hey, fuck you. If you went to the DMV and the city workers told you, hey, give me your fucking paperwork. Hey, get down. Turn around. Hey. What's going on, dude?
Like, you work for me. Like, I pay you. You work for me.
Workers.
You work for me. Why are you treating me this way?
Sassy with me, dude.
Oh, shit. That is actually hilarious.
Going so fast. No, wait. Hey.
Imagine if that was.
Imagine if you went. Imagine. That's what I don't get. Imagine if you went to the DMV and somebody said, "Give me your fucking paperwork." Hey, give me your fucking paperwork now. Slam your registration. Bam. Oh, bro.
Holy
Imagine somebody at Starbucks. Imagine somebody. Hey, get in line. What do you want to drink? Not to talk to you like that. Stop, Dan. Put your fucking hands on. I'll blow your freaking head off. Blow your freaking head off right now. City workers talk like that.
What if they talk like that? Oh my God.
What city workers talk like that? Am I right? It's crazy.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. That shit is funny as hell. Like, I'm just imagining that,
right?
But you yelling and say that shit. It's the funniest shit. Oh man. But it's a real statement. That is a real statement. That's a real point.
We gotta put up these freaking stop signs. We gotta put up these freaking stop signs on this corner. And we gotta put up this wall. Put that fucking stop sign up right now. Give me your paperwork.
Oh shoot. Oh man.
Right?
The street sweeper yelling at you and shit. Like, get your fucking
Yeah. It's crazy.
Hey, it is crazy.
These are city workers.
I'm laughing and it's funny because you got me cracking up, laughing, but they are city workers and they work for us. You know what I mean? Like, why are you
And
talking to us that way?
They love what they do.
They love. Why are you disrespecting us? And why? Like, if I think people who should be getting paid like that, like the police are getting paid overtime, they have a fucked up job or whatever. People hate them. Yeah, it's tough. They got high pressure situations, dealing with a lot of death, a lot of stressful situations.
They chose that.
But I think the teachers should be getting paid like that. I think teachers, they need to figure out some way that teachers get paid more money because they have a very, very important job. You know what I mean? Like, their job is just as important, man. Yeah, safety and keeping us safe, that's an important thing. But also the teachers that are taking care of the kids is very, very important. But, man, that was the funniest shit.
What's going on with that? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Getting cut. The Department of Education is getting cut today. And you know what that means? The Department of Education mainly takes care of people with disabilities and like low income. That's what it is. And the Department of Education keeps track of what the funding goes to. So now there's no more funding in schools. I guess unless Trump picks them one by one. You know, if he doesn't like the protesting that you're doing at your school, he'll cut all the money out.
All the funding done. Funding is done.
Done. Bye.
Shit.
That's what they've been doing from the beginning. They take the resources away from people. They choke people out. They take the fathers away from the home.
Yep, that happened today. That happened yesterday. They cut the President Donald Trump has signed an executive order calling for the dismantling of the Department of Education. And you know what his reason for cutting the Department of Education is? That we're the worst in education. We should be doing better in education. So you know what? We've failed so many years. Now we're just gonna get rid of it. If you guys are doing a good job, go ahead.
You know, if it wasn't for California, most of these states wouldn't even survive.
Yeah, because how much we pay?
We pump so much money into the federal. Huh?
How much we pay? We pay for all that shit. California.
So much money. Our population and everybody paying taxes is damn near like covering 70% of the whole country. So we actually pay for all the government funded stuff, all the welfare stuff. We pay for it. California pays for it. And if you look, all the fucking broke states are red.
And they complain they complain about
Republican.
us. And they talk shit about California. And we pay for all their shit. Like, you talk shit about us, and we pay for all of your shit.
Yep. We pay for all everything. We pay for all your government shit, that's paid by California because there ain't enough of you guys to keep you guys supported.
And then you fix your lips to complain about us.
I sent you the video on Instagram.
The video of cop. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up.
Of this cop just standing, making $300,000 a year.
But at some point, a cop has to stand at some point, right? Like, they got to stand at some point, right? Like, they can't just be working at they can't be.
The guy says you're making more money than the governor.
Shit.
Cops are out here making more money than the governor.
Damn.
Dude, it's a joke, man. And keep on supporting. Hey, keep on going to Dodger games. There's 80% Latinos in Dodger games. They don't care about you at all. Keep going to Dodger games. Like I said, look what happened to Target. We stop going to Target, they lose billions and billions of dollars. But it's cool. Keep on going. Keep on supporting all these major corporations. If you don't like what they're doing, the administration is doing right now, all these corporations back Donald Trump. All of them.
Yes. And look, but I will say this. I'll say this for the police officer. Like, I'm gonna look at the video. I got the video up right now, but they do work overtime. We don't know if he's getting hired to be protection at a place, he's out there to protect, right? Like, he's out there to make people avoid coming in there. Like, his presence is enough to make people be like, okay, or if something does happen, he's there just in case, which is what the police do. Like, they're on call at all time. Like, I'm eating lunch, and then if I get a call, I go. Like, I can't eat lunch.
There's a video.
I'm about to watch it. I'm gonna watch it right now. Let's watch it. Let's let them watch it real quick, and then we'll.
Okay.
We haven't seen each other for a while.
How do you feel about that? 196,000 you made
great.
just in overtime last year.
Really?
You're really pleasing the city of LA.
Wow.
343,000 you made total last year, but 196,000.
Are you excited about the bid today?
I'm actually, you know what? You make as much as the governor in overtime. The governor makes $206,000 a year. You make almost that just in overtime. Boy, you're really milking it. And you know the best part about it is you don't live in LA. We both know you live down south.
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
You know where?
Come on now.
I know, it's a nice little house. Built some trees probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
Got it, buddy.
But yeah, that's taxpayer money right there. Biggest welfare queen right here.
Bye. Enjoy coffee today.
Yeah.
He's making bread, right? He is making bread. $196,000 is a lot. That's a crazy amount of money. But I'll tell you what I disagree with. There's plenty of things I disagree with that, but police officers, they make good money or whatever, like overtime. I don't know what their overtime is and like the shit in that, right? But I don't like people working for LA and then living in a different county. Like you're taking all the money we pay you. We're taking all the money we pay you and another county benefits from what we pay you. Like we're paying you. You should be invested in the community, in the county. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They had a program. They had a program that did it. It was called Cops. It was called like something in the hood, Cops in the Hood or whatever. They would give you like 30% off if you lived in one of these like kind of like bad neighborhoods. They'll give you, I think they'll pay for your whole down payment and like 30% of your mortgage. A lot of cops actually took that, but that's a lot of cops that actually grew up in the hood and needed it. I have people that I know in my family that did that. They take a huge cut. You're probably getting your house like 40% off.
Okay.
If you live in the hood. But you think you need to live in the hood if you never lived in the hood and you're making $500 a year? No.
That shit is that's a lot of money. But the thing is, people say you're never supposed to live where you police. Well, also where you police, people are not supposed to hate you. Like, where is the
dude? Most of these people, my brother. Look, I have family members that are police officers. He said this one guy was asking him. He just found like some grass on a floorboard and was like, "Is this weed?" Like, dude, these guys, most of them are just not even built to do what they do. But I don't want to hear no complaining about their job being too hard. They chose that. You chose that, and you're bringing in that money, so you need to do your job right. And don't love it so much where you hate the people that you're going after, because that's what's happening. They love their job so much, and no one tells. I told you, if there's one bad cop around 20 bad cops, that's 21 bad cops. Period.
It's
crazy, man.
Yeah,
They can't police themselves.
There's bad people everywhere, man. There's bad police cannot police themselves. I think I agree with that. Police cannot police themselves. But I just think like it would be really beneficial if work relations were better. Like why are we not working on relationships between community and the police? I think the relationship should always be.
You know why?
What's up?
You know why? Because everything's fake news. That's why. I went over a family member's house. One person, I consider him family, but I know him my whole life. I went over his house and I was shooting facts. Boom, boom, boom. I go, you know that 80% of people arrested at the border are American citizens for meth. So I'm not sorry for meth, for fentanyl. I go, you know that all fentanyl arrests, 80% of them are American citizens? And they're like, no. I go, look. You know where I found it from? I found it on the government page. They have to log all the crimes and you know what I mean? They have to log all the statistics. It's literally on it's a government page, and they're all, oh, that's fake. How do you know that they're not? Why would they make it worse for them? I'm literally showing them a fucking government website, and they're like, that's fake.
Hey.
Keep on.
Oh, shit. Hey, Alex, thanks for calling, brother. I appreciate you. This was an amazing segment. We're going to do more with it, but I'm actually behind. I got to take my son to school. Shout out to everybody in here. All right, Alex, have a good one. Blessings to you, brother. Happy Friday to everybody. Everybody go have a blessed Friday. Go out there, make an impact, be a blessing to somebody else out there. I love what we were just doing. I love the interaction. I love the engagement. I love the impact. This is a bigger discussion. This is a way bigger discussion, but I thank you guys all for having your opinions. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. It's just an opinion. We're communicating our thoughts and what we think. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to all of us. Shout out to the Ghetto Cafe. We're doing big things, and possibly next week we're going to have some changes, maybe platform changes, setup changes. we'll see. I bought some more equipment. I got a TV. I got 3 monitors now. I got extensions for the cords. So we could do more. I'm not limited. I'm not confined to this space only. But we'll get it going. But all love to everybody out there, man. Ghetto Cafe, we up. I'll see you guys tonight on Ace Boys Worldwide. Play Hidden Heroes. Oh, you know what? I could do that. That's what I'll do. Boom. That was a good idea. That was a good idea. Play Hidden Heroes. Damn, somebody is smart as hell in here. Boom. Who suggested that? So whoever suggested that. Welcome to Hidden Heroes in Plain Sight. I got a very, very amazing guest here. His name is Chris Young. He is the owner of Air West. And this is the podcast where we are representing people in the community that are making an impact. So I just want to say welcome, Chris. Thank you for coming. And it's an honor to have you sit here, man.
No, I appreciate that. No, for sure. I definitely appreciate that.
Because, no, you all good. Because I've seen you for a while now, you know, like, but as of late, gotten a little bit closer through Xander, through the basketball. And I've always noticed the work that you've put in. You're always working, you're always in the community, and not just one area of the community, you're all over. So I just want to say congratulations and thank you for your service and what you're doing and the impact you're making in the community. I want to start off by, first of all, congratulating you, but I want to ask you, how did Air West even come about? How did that, what was the thought process behind Air West?
Well, you're going to get used to my long-winded answers.
It's all good. Let's go.
So Air West started in 2012.
Okay.
On the heels of the lockout. So during the NBA lockout, we did some special things with the Drew League, and I was a part of it, and I already had my relationship with Nike. So after the summer of 2011, Nike wanted to reinvest into the LA basketball scene.
Okay.
LA had been out the LA basketball scene for some time. Like they might have had like I think Cal Supreme, an AU team, but outside of like the clinics and the leagues and just having their presence in LA, that just wasn't around.
Non-existent.
Yeah, this wasn't their focus. So they was saying that they wanted to bring some energy back in LA and they wanted to invest. At the time, the Drew League was independent, so it didn't immediately go right to the Drew League.
Right.
They ended up getting a Nike contract 2 years after Air West.
Okay.
But the guys that was in charge of Nike at the time, they reached out to myself, Keon, and 2 other guys to help put this thing together. They wanted to be like a social, safe space for professional basketball players. And the other 2 guys eventually ended up falling off, but me and Keon stuck with it. Mm-hmm. It was lucky that it was at Air West. I just happened to be leaving work one day, and the guy, his name was Dion, and Amir, who was the Nike guy at the time, they were just scouting different gyms. And as I was walking on Air West, they was walking inside as I was walking on the expo, they were walking up, and I was like, yo, what y'all doing here?
Yeah.
Oh, we've been around scouting gyms. I said, scouting gyms, we got the best gyms.
We got the best gym, for sure.
They was like, yeah, right. And I was like, come on, took them upstairs. They like both the gyms. Went downstairs to my boss, and I introduced him to my boss, and I was trying to figure out how to make it work. So we ended up coming with a barter system. They came back a couple of days later with some more Nike people, and we got it done to where Nike would support Air West. So Air West has been there since 2012, so every Wednesday has been paid for through Nike the whole time. We hooked it up to where Nike would support the youth teams in the summertime with uniforms, and then we had it to where Nike would donate shoes to the team program. And we just offer like on some, I think this is what we should do. I'm just sitting right there in the middle of the meeting, I have a real good relationship with the city. I've kind of always been a part of the city, and I've been at Expo for 10 years by then, and I already had my Nike relationship, so I kind of knew what to say and how to make it work. And they went for it, and we've had that same contract since 2012.
Dude, it's so crazy because I haven't seen, and I really was trying to think. I was really trying to do a comparison of your program and the impact it's having on the youth, and the fact that it is free. And it's a big program. A lot of people show up, and it's a lot of coaches, a lot of trainers. Usually you go to like programs and it's like more kids than they can handle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you have quality coaches, quality trainers, and it's if it was anywhere else, it would be the most expensive. I wouldn't be able to afford it, like thinking about it. You know what I mean? Because that's how much quality of a program it is. And I've just been super impressed. How do you keep the quality trainers? You know what I mean? Like how do you keep that? Because they're all dope individually, super dope. How do you recruit and how do you get the?
Well, that's been a blessing. So I'll double back real quick. So before pandemic, that's what we did at Air West, is open runs. We ended up started scaling it down to middle school and high school kids toward the end. But when pandemic hit, everything shut down for 2 years. And sports was definitely one, especially not professional sports. And so I hadn't walked in the gym for 2 years. And then when I came back, Nike didn't have a want for, ball players. And the summertime is good, but we were year round. So you get weekend warriors, and it was like, well, we don't really see any need for that. And then we kind of put my mind together and put my head together. And me and Keon thought about some stuff, and then we came up with the concept of just making it a skill development. So that's one thing. So it was actually might not have come back after 2020. We just got to have come back, and then to be able to figure out a way to make it make sense to Nike, and here we are today. So my trainers. So Coach Sands, she sometimes recommends some people. I recommend some people. Keon's recommended some people, and it just seemed to work out that way. We actually just lost one of our trainers, Coach Anthony. He just got a job closer to his house, a little more money. So, but we just added Coach Sherry. So we get lucky. Sports is I get to pick my team basically. So I know who I think may work, and we maybe have some people that hasn't lasted as long or haven't given as much energy. But for the most part, I think we're like 90%. Most of the people that come in, like Ant is upset he can't be a part of it.
Exactly.
It's not like he's leaving for any other reason other than it's a better opportunity for him and his family. So, we just have a good thing going right now, and I'm very overprotective of that right now too. It's like, so people be like, can I come coach? Can I come train? And I'll be like, either I won't respond to the DM or I just be like, this isn't the right time. You know what I'm saying? So, and I appreciate you recognizing that we do give you would think we were getting paid out there. Well, we get paid. I get paid, but you would think we were charging these parents the way we give.
The way that you guys coach and teach out there, it's a different level. And it's like the patience also. That's a key factor, is like the patience that you guys have, because it's different skill levels. Yeah. It's some kids out there that don't know how to play basketball.
Some have never touched it before.
Never touched a basketball. And the fact that they're out there with y'all and y'all giving them the same amount of attention, it's like no favorites. It ain't no favorite thing out there. It's like, if you came here, we're going to give you the time to teach you the game of basketball, which is amazing.
Yeah, we're going to meet you where you at. And even with my coaches, we talk about that, about the frustration level, and some of them have had different frustration levels, and we're working. And with it not being the same kids every week, it's on the go. Like, okay, well, we thought you might not be that good, so maybe go here and here. And some parents be like, I want my child to be here, I want my kid to be there. And that's kind of the reason why I've stepped away that's the reason why I kind of don't want to do the AAU thing. Because now we're talking about playing time, and people complaining about favoritism and stuff like that. And eventually Air West is going to have to go that route and give it some of our sauce, and maybe we can actually help adjust some of this, the cesspool right now when it comes to AAU basketball. But yes, it's a fine line when a kid can't make a left hand layup or can't dribble, but then coaches want to do in and outs and double moves. I'm like, well, tell this kid they don't have to do that. Let them know that it's okay if they can't do it. The next kid does. And so I have to sometimes stay on my coaches so that they stay locked in instead of just getting glued to just that one kid. Because when we do see a kid that can play, it's like, wow, you really want to. But then it's like, no, you can't just stick on that one kid. Let's help the other ones.
Right. And I've seen some kids out there that are straight ballers, like straight ballers. Like, okay, he's got the sauce and this and that. But Is it Coach Sands with the dreads?
Yes.
I saw her read a gentleman so viciously, but so professionally.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, me and Ayana sitting there on the bench right behind, you know what I mean? Like where the dude was at. And it just so happened that his son was in a group with just all girls, right? And he asked Coach Sands, like got up, tapped her, was like, hey, why is my son with all the girls? And the way she responded was just like me and Ayana like had to like look away, like, you know, like secondhand embarrassment.
You felt comfortable for dude. Right.
She said, how dare you ask me that? He's over there because there was an opening over there. And some of those girls are better than him. You know, like I've grown, she said, this is not verbatim how she said it way better than what I'm saying. She said, I grew up my whole life in a room with nothing but men. I never complain. And I'm here. Your son will be fine. Is he uncomfortable around girls or something? He's like, oh, no. Like,
he had to backtrack.
Had to backtrack it real quick. And then she read him a few more times. And she was like, and it's Women's History, it's Women's Month, or Women's Day, or something. You gonna do that on National Women's Day? Yeah. She said, you gotta be out your mind. And me and Ayana were just like,
oh man, I missed that.
You missed it. And so, but it's not that she didn't hear him. You know what I mean? She heard him.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna read you real quick, let you get some of this heat. But then like maybe not even 15, maybe like 5 minutes later on like the second transition, she went and got him and put him somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was like, don't have the audacity to ask me about a group of girls. This is a whole different world, homie.
Right.
This is a new this is free. This is we're taking our time to teach. And the way she did it, it was like we had already been paying attention to her, how good she was.
No, she's the best.
But then that part of it, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, she's I always end up messing with calling her Sands too, and Keon be getting mad. It's Sand. Her name is Sandra.
Okay.
But she's she's one. I don't know. She might actually be the best if you ask me. Like I look at her and like I learn stuff from her every time she's teaching. And one of the things that we preach, and I know I definitely preach to the kids, is you're not competing with the kid to the right and the left of it. You're competing with the basketball in that rim. So it don't matter if this kid is 5 years old or 17 years old. When you got the ball in your hand, you just need to do what you need to do and don't be focused on the other stuff that you can't control.
Yeah.
By what line you in, you know what I mean, who you working out with, you know what I'm saying? So
because it's the same drill.
It's the same drill. It's the same drill. And parents be sometimes they sometimes subtly say stuff, but you know,
parents are a trip, man.
With the experience that we have, it's just like, bro, I've seen pros do the same thing every day in and out. So, excuse me, your child can do the same thing.
Right.
So I don't care if they are getting bored and want to do something else. They need to do this. And so we pretty much have a good idea of what these kids need. And for the most part, overwhelmingly for the most part, the parents trust us.
Right.
You know?
Right. Another question I have, like being that you've played basketball at such a high level and being around other players that are high level athletes, basketball players, in their journey and coaching and training with them, how has that affected your journey and affected your teaching and coaching with the children? Like, what have you taken from that to here?
Oh, I mean, well, you know, my whole life is, you know, if you follow my Instagram, you can tell I'm kind of like, I'm learning my life as I write, you know what I'm saying? So, but I have a core value of things. One of the things is I wasn't that good growing up.
Okay.
So I would have been the kid that had been kind of shy to be out there. That would have been like, oh my God, I don't know if I want to do this. And I've recently started telling the kids that they were brave before they go out there.
Yeah, I've heard you have some great speeches.
I appreciate that too, because I'd be trying to be real. I don't be wanting the parents to hear me.
I've heard some good ones, man. It's like, dang, he's starting it off with good words and ending it with good words, like words of affirmation, speaking life into the children.
I'm trying, you know, and I go back to saying, when I'm out there, and this is what I try to get to my coaches, is I see myself in them. I remember being 11 and 12 years old and not being able to play basketball. People say I couldn't play basketball up until high school, you know what I mean? So that's helped me have the patience and the understanding to project that to the kids and to the coach. Like, I always think that how I approach things is how the kids would approach things. I think it's how my coaches approach things. So being that I was the last man on my high school team, you know, averaging, I've said it before, averaged 1 point in high school, you know what I'm saying? But to have gotten gradually better at basketball to where through relationships or just through my own game, I was on the floor with NBA players. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to junior college and then didn't even get a scholarship to go to D2. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't that D1. He was phenomenal from day one. I ended up being tough and I played hard. And then I ended up getting some DNA that kicked in and it all made things make sense. You know what I'm saying? I already had the right foundation of how to play and how to be a good teammate. So I'm always in awe and appreciative of the places I've been because of basketball, the people I've got to play ball with, the people I've gotten to know, like just leaving All-Star Weekend. And I was at a function and someone asked me, they're like, so what do you do? Like who are you? Because I'm getting so much respect and admiration from all these dudes that play ball.
Yeah, everybody knows you. Everybody knows you.
And not even in just the LA area, you know what I'm saying? Just over the years. And I give a lot of credit to Darrell because me being around Darrell has really opened up my doors and given me, if not at initially respect, but over time respect. Like I'm not just a guy hanging out with Darrell. Like that's Darrell boy. Oh, what does he do? Oh, that's the guy. But wait, didn't we just see this guy? So I always have my own life going. So the whole journey, I just respect basketball. Right. And I feel like sometimes I respect it too much because it's not too much, but I have a different appreciation for this game and what it can do for me or what it's done for me and what I've known it's done for other people than I know most people have for it. Yeah. So, a little long-winded, but
no, that's perfect.
Yeah, but that's so you know.
Because you would have a different outlook because it wasn't given to you.
Not at all.
Nothing was given to you. So you have a different appreciation. Like, nah, everything that I got, I fought for that. I worked to get here. And it's some people that are just like everywhere. Everywhere you go, there's somebody who's just naturally gifted or somebody or they got the coach's ear or somebody's got their, you had to work your way into that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so what better person to talk to the youth and say, no, it's a grind. It's nothing's going to be handed to you. Nothing's going to be given to you. You have to work for it. And that's why I appreciate how you open up, because we're coming from football to basketball, right? And there's a culture difference between football and basketball, but the big difference I've seen out of everything is how you open up the practice and how you close the practice. It's all together. Everybody together start, everybody disperses. Did you ever think that you were going to be in the mentor position?
Yeah, so that's one of my
He like, yeah, I did.
No. But the funny thing I think is I always thought I'd be like a 10-year NBA career. Yeah. Like when I say I love basketball, like I've watched all the Come Fly With Me's, I've watched every basketball movie, and I wanted to be that guy. Yeah. And clearly the NBA thing wasn't going to happen, but you want to find out how can you still be. I wanted to be the guy to pull up in the Cadillac and have all the kids come up to me and buy everybody ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Like I just that local guy, and I can tell you, I knew I wanted to do this.
Where did that come from?
Bruh, I don't know, man. Like I lost my father when I was young, and I didn't find basketball initially, but like 6 months later, I was in love with basketball. I've had some really cool coaches growing up. You know what I mean? I admired all of them.
That's dope.
I had one in Rancho. He had his swag was off the chain. Yeah. Then I had my one in Audubon, and he had the fancy car and the big house and the pretty wife, and then going on and on. So it's just like, and I had some coaches I didn't mess with, but I've learned to. I've used both. So where it came from, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just knew I was gonna always come back to my neighborhood. Right. I always thought that was cool to be able to come back to your neighborhood and just be and low key be the man for whatever you've done in life and just give back.
Give back.
I just this ain't an easy thing to keep going. We don't have all this. I would love for us to scale up and have more sponsors and stuff, but I'm fighting for it every time. I want this to be all throughout LA. You know what I'm saying? Not just in one part. So, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question because I'm still trying to figure out why I love it so much because it's kicked my ass more than once. You know what I'm saying? It's disappointed me more than once. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? To this day, I got things that I want to accomplish through basketball that I haven't been able to accomplish that I'm like, I was joking with my boy there. I don't know if I was joking. I was like, man, I just know to get a 9 to 5. And he was like, bro, you can't get out the game. Like, he's like, there's no way. You know what I'm saying? So, I just got to keep thugging it out till I get to where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? But this is what you're supposed to do. Like, that's why I'm disappointed in some dudes. Like, people ask me how is Air West free, you know what I'm saying? And I can go around how we work the budget to get it free, but I'm like, bro, we paying people $60 million to play basketball. How can teaching the game cost?
Right.
I can understand travel ball and all that, but teaching the game? And then I'm from LA.
Not even coaching, teaching.
Like, we're teaching the game and we're not forcing, but we're paying people, or people are paying and getting mediocre, you know. And I'm just blessed to be in a position for a guy that, like I said, D2 basketball player, junior college basketball player, didn't play overseas like that, didn't play in the NBA, but I still got Nike's ear.
Right.
Nike's respected me enough.
And they recognize.
And the leadership has changed left and right. And I'm thankful that the people here that are still there are still rocking me, but just to be able to do that in my neighborhood. And I lived there. I went to the high school across the street from there. I went to Crenshaw too, but I went to Man Yards.
Yeah.
I worked at that. My first job was at the Expo Center. My mom still lives across the street. I ran rugged up at USC growing up. You know what I mean? So to be able to do it in my own neighborhood, outside everything I'm writing and about my history and other people, that's like the biggest bar I've ever accomplished. And I'm just so grateful to be in the position to do that. So long-winded. I don't know where it came from, but I'm happy I have that spirit. My mom had that spirit too. Okay. My mom was a real community person. My mom worked at FECO, so I don't know where you're from. But
I've heard about FECO.
Yeah, it was the heartbeat of LA for a long time. My mom was a manager there. My mom used to hire my friends, and my mom everybody knew me as Miss Mifflin's son. You know what I mean? So I saw her getting love, and we didn't have no money, you know what I'm saying? And it was tough at the time, but people looked at my mom as if she was some special lady, which she is, but I'm like, well, special ladies usually have big cars and fancy houses.
Yeah, exactly.
Who we in the hood, and you know what I'm saying? So, but nah, it's that's, if I learned anything from her, I learned how to just be of service and just a good person no matter what's going on in your life.
And that's a common theme, is living a life of servitude, right? It pays off in dividends, not even that you're looking for a payoff, but some people value other things. You know what I mean? Like, I value being able to look at myself in the mirror in the morning and know that I'm not sacrificing integrity, my morals, for what I'm doing in life. And I feel I've found my passion now. And you're walking and being able to do that in your passion, something you've done your whole life. And that's commendable, man. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I want. This is why we have the hidden heroes in plain sight, because there is a life that is not being shown, where it's a life of gratitude and gratefulness and being able to give back. And that's what you're doing in the community. And now with these kids and these children, there's so many distractions. There's so many, like, social media, TV, just anything going on in the world. They have access to more things than what we have access to. How do you think basketball or athletics can help keep kids focused?
I mean, well, the parents definitely have to play a major part in that, because like you said, they have so many different ways to get distracted. And even my own nephew, like my nephew's not in love with basketball yet. And that's become a problem. I just want my nephew to be a baller, that's all. And,
come on, guy.
Right. Like,
come on, guy.
Or allow me to have some kids around this piece of something, but I still got to wait 10 years. So I'm going to be an old daddy either way, though. But when we get into it, when I do start to, you and that tablet, it's that tablet. It's just that tablet. And it's just like, bro, that's not gonna make you a better man. It's not. I get it, because I played video games way too long in life. You know, even during the pandemic, I went back to the video games. But I just feel like the sports aspect of it, you know, you just can't lose with sports, if you ask me. Like, we just did it, my team at the ball. We just went 0-10 and won the game. And they probably feel like they are losers, but bro, they learned something from that. And it was able to, and it might not manifest now, but later on in life. So when it comes to sports and stuff, if they just stick with it, you don't have to be the NBA player or WNBA player. Just play it, or play other sports, just to figure out who you are, figure what you like and what you don't like. So sports will always be pivotal. You know what I'm saying? I think sports are, that'd be a whole nother subject. At a certain age, it starts to get really muddy. But this age, just play. You know, if you score 2 points or if you score 20 points, there's always a teachable moment within that stuff. And And we've been able to see that, not necessarily in their game, but like some of the kids that's been coming to Air West, and we're only once a week, you can see the change in their bodies.
Right.
You can see the change in their personalities. And then, I'm not saying it's just us. I'm saying that they're using these in other aspects of their life. Maybe they are starting to play more basketball. Maybe they are starting to eat better. Maybe they are starting to be more active. And so sports, basketball is my main focus, but it's just like, yeah, you need it. I couldn't imagine, as much as sports, trust me, I done came home crying before. I done got socked in the eye before. I just had things that where I'm like, I should put this thing down. It just made me a better person.
Right. It builds builds character.
It does. And I don't know how else you can build character outside of, there's other ways to build character. I just think that sports is probably the number one if you ask me.
It's a pressure chamber.
Right.
And it's right there and it's every day. And I love it because the life lessons, I tell this to people all the time, is like, you get to witness your child, or the coach gets to witness or navigate the children through these hardships. Like, hey, you might not be getting in, but when you do get in, make the most of it. You know what I mean? Work hard and then work your way to a position. And Xander, all-star athlete in football, stand out like superstar, right? Gets to basketball, he ain't made a shot. And it humbles you, you know what I mean? And it's like, Xander, how long did it take you to get good at football? 3 years? I was like, you think you're going to get good at basketball overnight? No. So what do you need to do? Practice.
Right.
But I don't have to tell him that shit because he's gone through it and saw the fruits of his labor. And it's just like, right now, Xander's just barely been playing basketball, but now he dribbles the ball like he plays basketball. Like just, basketball people have their little swag, like however y'all are. Yeah. But he just is like, and I'm like, damn, this little dude's turning into a basketball player right in front of our eyes. And I think that is such a great gift to have as a coach or somebody to see these kids get these life lessons. You know what I mean? And coach them through it. Like, don't quit. Don't quit. You ain't got to. And there's nothing wrong with rec.
Right.
What happened? Why is everybody going away from rec?
Because people want the instant gratification. They want to skip steps. It's parents too, bro. Like the kids. To me, there's no bad kid. They're just bad parents.
Right.
If you catch them early. Now, you get a kid 12, 11, yeah, he's a bad kid because you might not have done something early. But you catch them now, like, they going to follow your lead for the most part. It'll be really hard for a kid to just totally go the opposite of what their parents say, especially if they got both their parents. And so having a father at one is essential. Like, that is, like, I'm super blessed because this could have went so many different ways when I lost my father. You know what I mean? And to be able to still be standing here, to have these lessons, that's a bar within itself. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed your boy the other day at the Ronaldo game, after the game, the game, everybody cleaning up and they out there playing.
Playing basketball.
I'm comfortable playing now. I'm comfortable knowing I know X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
And now if they dog me, now I know now what I got to do to get them later. But just the fact that you can go out there and play.
He would have never done that.
Bruh.
He would have never done that. If his introduction to Air West led us to Baldwin, right? But if it had not been for Air West, Xander would not have been on that basketball court with all those people.
Right.
He'd have been like,
I don't want to be.
Don't do this. But it gave him the confidence to be himself in front of people. And that's the kind of shit that transfers over into life.
In life.
Speaking, engaging, like, okay, you know what? I just got to do it. Like, let's get it over with. I've played in front of people. I've been coached in front of people. I've been yelled at in front of people. I've been praised in front of people. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
And that's what you guys are doing. And it's so bomb that I'm just over the hill with what you guys are doing and how amazing it is. Do you have any stories, any like kids that have come up that you've seen them go on to greater things, or
in general, just Air West?
It both.
Well, because Air West has only been around 2 years.
Yeah.
So we've had middle school kids come back when I said we were doing the middle school thing. So like Brandon, he was like my first middle school kid that I let play. Because me and his father are best friend. He wasn't ready, but me and his father grew up together. And Brandon, that was like how my nephew is to me now. Brandon was my right hand. I was his first coach when he was 10, and Brandon knew me since 10 years old.
Okay.
But me and his father went to Audubon together, so I've been on him forever. But then when we was doing middle school, Sky Clark was the second kid that we let come play. Sky Clark is now the point guard at UCLA. Josh Christopher.
Ballers.
Yeah. Josh Christopher, when he was in middle school, came to Air West early. He plays for Miami Heat right now. We had one kid named Carl Lewis who, Carl came young. He didn't come in middle school. He came in high school. But he ended up getting murdered a couple years ago. But he was a phenomenal kid. He was, you can Google him. He had a tough time in life, but he was special. But if somebody would have caught him early, he would be making half $1 billion in the NBA.
Really?
Or on the football field, because he ended up
He was great. He was that good.
He was raw at all of it. And he ended up his first game at Linwood, because he was going to Linwood High School. He averaged probably like 18 and 18. But his first game at Linwood on the defensive end, he had 7 sacks. Like, no, he was a freak of nature.
He was just a freak of nature. He was just a beast.
But he just grew up tough.
Yeah.
He just grew up tough. And it ended up catching him to a pandemic. But like, I met Darrell when he was 17. I was just telling me and him that at Devin's birthday.
Yeah.
When he was 17. So that's when I met Darrell when he was 17. But I met Russell when he was 13. So to be able to see Russell, that's like my main measuring stick when it comes to parents. When they get too high, they get too low. Like I've seen this. I've seen a 13-year-old like who could barely run straight become one of the best players ever played basketball.
One of the most athletic.
Most athletic, heart. His heart is so big, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Triple Double, like, he exceeded all expectations, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, through Air West, they're just younger. But when I was at Lusinger for that time, Darrell's little brother, DeLon, I remember when DeLon was 11 years old running around with Darrell clothes on and shoes he couldn't fit.
Yeah, exactly. And now DeLon is just the tradesman of the whole league.
Right,
ain't nothing he can't do. Yeah, hey, don't worry, I can't play.
And they need him. Yeah, he gonna have, DeLon might touch every jersey in the league. He might, whatever. It's going to come with a check, too.
Right, and it's going to come with some dividends afterwards, because if you can do that as a player, what can you do as a man outside of playing?
And you playing with, like with Darrell, they just good people. So Darrell's teammate, D-Wade, has, kept Darrell, not kept him, but if D-Wade got something going on, he's put Darrell on, or if Darrell needs D-Wade's name on something.
Yeah.
D-Wade, so relationship. So DeLon's doing the same thing. DeLon's playing with all these guys that will probably make 10 times more than him, but they're going to all be businessmen. And, and if you trust me on the court, you might trust me in the business world too. So DeLon's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? I would love for my guy to find somewhere and get a championship, and make another big payday. But if he has to jump from team to team and keep getting millions on top of millions, and that's just how it's going to be. You know what I'm saying?
And I think with DeLon, I think it's building, because first off, let me just say, Darrell and DeLon, they're just good ass people.
They're good people.
They're just good people, and I don't want to say that they don't have to be good people, but they don't have to be.
I'm a firm believer in that. I say it all the time about people. That person don't have to be a good person.
Dude, they don't have to be that, but they are. Their upbringing, where they come from, their mom, their dad, it's just how they're brought up, and it's a beautiful thing. And just when you were talking about Russell Westbrook, they always show Russell in a light of lashing out, right? They don't show all the good shit. Right. They don't show the money going back, the things that he's doing, and then they don't talk about his parents. You know what I mean? Like, I met his mom and dad on a commercial. I'm doing lighting. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm just a regular dude, and they don't have to take the time to talk to you and say, hey, I see you doing a good job, but he was brought up the right way also. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just goes back to the foundation of having that support system, those people that are raising you to keep you going.
And it came from two different ways. And I use both those parents, both sides, both Russell and Darrell's and DeLon's parents as examples as well. Even though they all end up catching their wave later on in life. Darrell's 17. That's crazy to say it was later in life, but Darrell was in the NBA by 18.
18. Yeah, he went straight to the. He had
to do a prep school at South Kent, and then he went to Miami after that. Got drafted. But DeLon and Russell, DeLon had to do 4 years of college plus junior college, and Russell had to do 2 years of college. So they had humble beginnings. Yeah. But when it started, Stacey and Ray have always just been the same people, and they've been level headed the whole time. Shannon and Russell could have actually got worse because they were seeing way more success and money. And I don't, whatever they are now to people, like you said, they're good people to people now. I don't talk to them as much anymore, but I'm assuming they still solid people. But when they were coming up, they weren't bad parents. They weren't Big Russell never got on Reggie about Reggie coaching his son or me coaching his son. And Shannon, I ain't never heard Shannon ask us one basketball question. Is he being a good dude? Is he being a good kid? And Raynard, they weren't those kind of parents, but you got parents now that they kid can tap at 10 and now they want to start politicking stuff and telling you how this should be. And this is not necessarily from Air West, it's from my EYBL days and outside of Air West and just seeing how people react. And like you said, even when it comes to rec ball, you said, what's wrong with rec? Some kids are really good at rec and their parents are acting like it's AU. And I'm just like, oh, you're tripping.
Yeah.
Let's calm it down a little bit. So, those are my examples of just parents that just let their kids live.
Yeah. Is that a change that you've noticed? Is that a big change?
Oh, it's the worst. Like, that's one of my things when I did EYBL. I love that job. One of my favorite jobs. I'm actually still salty that I'm not doing it anymore. But there are some really nasty people in the world with some really talented kids.
Right.
And like you said, when you talk about the don't have to be good people, they know that.
Yeah, and they aren't being.
And they aren't. And it's some really, and I've just sat back and was like, that was probably the worst part of the whole gig was just having to deal with parents. And granted, your kid will be great, but you ain't got to be no buster. Like, I don't understand the buster part. Like, I don't care how fine you are or how high you can jump. You don't have to be a buster.
Yeah.
And people just, and I wasn't popular like that in high school. I was 5'10". I wasn't stand out. But I understood once I got to be 6 foot or so and I could jump out the gym.
Yeah.
Decent looking dude. I ain't got to be no buster about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just seeing people.
Let it get to your head.
Yeah, just not being a good person.
Yeah.
Like, why you just, that's how you talk to people?
That's nasty.
Like you really talk, like my running joke is like when you go to AAU stuff and you see parents just lashing at referees or the coaches. And I'm like, that's how you act at work? No way. There's no way you act like that at work. So why do you come here and think you just say and act any kind of way because your son is nice? And some parents, it never catches up to them because their kids have gone on and will go on, and they're gonna reap the benefits of their kids. But I know some parents that their kids didn't make it, and they were assholes the whole time.
Did it? Does that follow a kid? Does that is that a thing that's like talked about behind? Like, I don't want to say behind the scenes or behind closed doors. Like, it come with this baggage. This is
Oh, here comes such and such. His mom be tripping. His daddy be acting like this. And you got to deal with it as long as the kid is talented. But I'm saying once the people see some kinks in armor, oh, I ain't got to return your call no more. Oh, I ain't got to pay you no more. I ain't got to send you a package no more. And then that's when they start getting on the phone. Oh, you don't love me no more? Come on, bro. Come on. What it was. So that's what a lot of basketball, there's a lot of fake love. But that definitely can haunt a kid. Yeah. Even I know some good kids all the kids don't reflect their parents. But when they kids say move, they got to move. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you get to this AU stuff and kids playing for 5 different teams in 3 months, it's like, were you teaching your kid any integrity or any, they got to stick it out? Like, everything's not going to be perfect.
You just go to the next team. Oh, this don't work out. I go here. There was 2 kids that were on our football team that left because they didn't like the situation, went to a situation, whatever, but took off when the times got rough. We won the Super Bowl the next year. Yeah. And beat them in the playoffs to get there. You know what I mean? Like, and you put in the hard work on this team, but you look like, what's going on? And that's what I wanted to ask also, because you're in the thick of it. AAU, like, I don't know, I want to say when I was a kid, when I was younger, there were traveling teams. And every traveling team that there was, everybody that was on that team was somebody. Yeah. Like, you had to be that to be on. What was it? The Magic? Or
I don't know how old you are.
I'm 43.
43. So it might have been. I mean, Compton Magic may have been around. I know, like Aaron Afalo, I think they were on like the first few teams. So I ever owe Aaron is. So Aaron might be 40 something. Yeah, now. But they had the Watts Magicians back in the day. My AU team was out of my boy's father's shop. On Arlington and Washington, a little grocery store, and he supported us out of his own pocket. So no, it wasn't a rampant thing. AU teams that really traveled to Vegas and New York everybody on that team was somebody.
Somebody.
Sure. Oh no.
And I've gone to some of these tournaments. It's like I didn't want to laugh because I don't like laughing at kids and like at their expense. But in my own judgment, my own head, maybe some immaturity there. But I saw some kids that did not look or play as if they were on
AAU. Yeah, that's watered down. That's a money grab. There are some really high level AAU programs, not preferably, but mainly in EYBL.
Yeah.
Like those are really some high level teams, and even Compton has a few. And I think Under Armour might have one or two. I mean, not so much. To say you're on an AAU team and get the backpack and the sweatsuit. Yeah, that's all they getting because some of these kids do not need to be playing AAU basketball right now.
I was like, they collect, and I started counting the hit. I was counting dollars. I was like, dude, there's like 20 basketball courts in here.
Yeah.
20 games going on just in this hour.
Yeah.
It's all day parking. I was like, oh, they're making $500,000.
No, it's a money grab, and this is some of the things I wrestle with because I'm not a capitalist and I don't believe in. I'd rather get my money from corporations, than from parents, and so but that's what the difference is basketball now. See, back when we were coming up, and even football too, to some degree, I'm not in the world, so I can only assume. You could correct me. My high school coach didn't, and I mean that's a good thing that you can because I do now. But you didn't make your living off coaching.
Yeah,
that was something you did on the low, on the slide. Like when I coached the Lou thing, it was just I didn't make no money off that. I was volunteering.
Yeah, but it's now, the love of the game.
Yeah, the love of the game, or you're supposed to get back, or just spending your time in the right areas. But now with the trainers and the AU teams, you can support your family off this.
Right.
So 10, I do know 10 is what I need, but if I can get 25 and have them other 15 paying, I'm sorry.
I get some extra here, some extra there.
Survival to fittest, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the why and the motivation for most people now that are training, even with the way money's been thrown around in sports. Anyway, it's not so much let me let you get better. It's more so like let me win games.
Yeah, let me win right now.
Yeah, and I said that about, and I always say it too. Like when I was with the EYBL, I was a part of the problem. Because if you with the EYBL, you first class. Everything. Yeah. But I was also a part of the solution.
Okay.
So I would be in rooms saying things that may not have been the most popular things with EYBL, or when I'm in Nike rooms. I'm always gonna come across as the single mom kid that wasn't that good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my angle.
Yeah.
I don't come from both my parents got Teslas and we live, up a Ladera. No,
right.
We talking about one parent and the child's not that good, but he loves playing. So how can we figure that out?
How can we figure that out?
So,
because the passion is there. Just because of your means is not your meaning.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just because it's a little here doesn't mean that these years and this training is, like you said, the instant gratification. You don't want to put the work in as a coach to see like how good of a coach you are. Like I helped this kid get here.
Yeah.
Like you want them already there.
Because there's no money, there's no guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to start your own AAU team, you want to get on the Nike circuit, you want to get the free Nike stuff, you want to get them Nike checks, you better start winning. Like I said, I'm in a fortunate space, and I'm not even like overstating that. Like what we could do at Air West, I don't have to press. I don't have to. Like I call people up. Well, we used to call around to get kids because we were starting, but now people come and some of my boys be like, "Yo, my son, he this, he that." And I'm like, that
okay.
That's not, okay. That's not how this
that
works
means nothing to me.
That's not how this works for me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, cool.
If I'm putting together a team, I want to hear that. I just want to hear your son want to be around some basketball and is a good kid. You know what I'm saying? So, so I do understand both sides. I do understand that I got a mortgage to pay, I got a child to put through college, and my program might suffer from that. But I'm on the opposite side where I don't have that. I always say anxiety.
Yeah.
Because I always talk about time. If I was a parent, then I'd be all the way. You couldn't touch me if I was a parent. Because I would understand what that anxiety feels like to have my kid be so good so fast, or when parents just don't have patience for their kids. It's a form of anxiety.
Yeah.
But I don't have that because my program is already paid for, and God willing to be paid for. I would love to do Air West until I don't play. I'm not around basketball anymore.
Right.
So, but yeah, so it's a catch-22. It's a real catch-22 because even like you say, even at Baldwin or other recreations like that, the teaching isn't as it's not enough time, and it's, volunteers, and you know what I'm saying. So what we got going on Air West, we're very, very blessed, and I could say I appreciate all my trainers.
It's like the best of all worlds.
Yeah, I believe so, and I believe it's a lot of like the kids don't even know yet. Like them kids might see some Instagram stuff, and their parents might, but they don't even understand who's in that gym with them,
right?
Like who all of us have touched at one point, or where we're at in our lives, and that's why I love how we're creating somewhat of a family, that we're seeing the same kids over and over. So it's no longer, and I'm bad because I don't be knowing no names, but I need to learn everybody's name.
How you gonna learn everybody's name? Man. It's hundreds of people. And that's just the kids. Like you got parents and that's the parents is watching too. They there. Yeah. Like that's how good the program is. The parents is like watching the program happen. I don't know, man, because I don't see why people haven't, or maybe they have. I might be wrong. Haven't seen Air West and be like, we need to do that. I don't understand why I don't understand it either. What is going on? Like, how do you not look at Air West? And I'm not even just talking about just for basketball. I'm talking about for everything. Like, it is a model match for what should be happening. I believe that. And Joy probably hears more of my rants about this kind of stuff than anybody, but I know what I'm doing. Like, this isn't like, you know, I threw something against the wall and it's worked. It's like, no, I know if you do it this way, then it works that way. And then if you have the right intentions, then this is all from everything I've gone through, from me coming up to me sitting right next to Michael Jordan and having conversations, you know what I'm saying? Or being at his camp and playing against him. I see you playing against him. Or just not, like I always make my coaching staff wear a whistle. I don't care if you blow the whistle, have your whistle. Right. Back in the day, if you were at Michael camp, you didn't have your whistle, he'd send you back to the dorms to go get it. Really? You know what I'm saying? Or being around Kobe and being like, Kobe, it's only an hour. And be like, no, this is how. I remember one time he made my boys teach the kids a flex offense. And they, for a camp. And they did it. Okay, I had a young group. Hey, so wait, Kobe had Bomber mentality for everything. Oh, no, it was nothing out of bounds. It was everything. So I just talked about Barry Monty. So I had the younger group. So my younger group is like basically just what I do at Air West, fundamental stuff. But on the other side, you got to start doing. So my boy did the older kids, and they walked through it, but they did not think they were gonna have to actually do it. So Kobe during the assembly, Kobe was like, yeah, and your group. Show him the flex office. And I got on video. My boy, his name is Monty. He was furious. And first of all, he's the quiet dude. He don't like talking at once. He had to get in front of the whole group and show him the flex office. And if he did it wrong, because Kobe was right there. And they did it right. And Monty was like, oh no, that's how, when he was on, he was like, bruh. It's like, so just hearing and seeing stuff like that and just the little fine details can go a long way, right. You know what I mean? So, and I don't want to say frustrated, but frustrated to some degree. You know, Nike does look out. Man, I can't sit there and say they don't. But there's so many other sponsors, and that I'm hopeful will one day do something like, wait a minute, what is going on over here? Yeah. Oh, we need to. Oh, let me donate some computers. Let me donate some food. Let me donate some drink. Like, or just, you know, and that's a long conversation, and sometimes. I've been told that people think everything is so sweet that they don't need to. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, but I don't get that part either. Like, because people, you look at other foundations, or not foundations, but programs, they have this, they got all the little sponsors on the, you know, the bottom of them. So, and I think it's going to get there, but that has been one of my things over the past year or so. Like, because it's hard for me to describe Air West, because when I describe it, it sounds like we just think, okay, it's going to be some basketball, but you literally have to be there to understand that this isn't just about who can score the most points. It just really isn't. And it's not at all. I don't want that to be that. And I want to just, you know, God willing, we'll keep growing. We're growing. It's not absolutely. As fast as I want. And it's like but that's like, I'm a small platform, but it's Hidden Heroes in Plain Sight. Is Air West, is that program that just need more eyes on it. You know, like more eyes and more people to say, okay, this fool done figured out the blueprint. I think so. This fool done figured out the blueprint. Why has nobody brought this to we need like the big wigs, like, why did nobody bring this to my table? Right. why don't I have videos or anybody talking about this? And I think it's on its way. So kudos to you for that, for starting something and having something that people could emulate in any platform.
Yeah, we're not reinventing the wheel. It's just the way we're doing it. It's basketball. It's basketball on kids. I've said it before. It's basketball on kids. This is not like rocket science.
Right.
But how you approach it and your intentions can change the whole mood of everything or the whole vibe of it. And I think that we have a good idea of this thing should work.
Right. And then I want to pick your brain about the now with the landscape having NIL deals and younger people being able to get paid or whatnot, and the new 6-year athlete in college.
Bruh.
Let me hear your thoughts on it. Let me hear. Just go ahead. Like,
we got a whole part 2 of this because I talk about this. So I don't have all the ins and outs on NIL or like exactly how it works.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit there and act like but I do believe it's the death of sports.
Oh my Lord. Damn.
I just can't understand. I just don't see how that translates to the things that we think are core, fundamental things to development as a person and as an athlete when we are paying amateurs and our brightest to play sports.
Right.
Like maybe college. So I always say, this is why I say, the powers that be were so stingy and so selfish for so long that when athletes started getting any kind of traction, they just was like, well, just do what you want to do.
Right.
And so now we're getting kids making millions of dollars to go to a university for 6 months. So we know the education
millions of dollars for 6 months.
Yeah,
a kid.
Like if you play basketball, like the dudes that sign for basketball, they're not going. They don't do 2 or 3 years. Now, a college kid might stay in because your quarterback get a little stronger, but basketball players are going basically for a year, or if they do 2 years, they still ain't going to class. We all know that. I'm not finna. I work for you. Why I gotta go to class? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, but even when you trickle it down to, like we give high school kids NIL deals. Now I don't know how much that is, and I really don't understand why. But that's just not what. Very few child actors or singers that have money at a young age have gone on to be well-rounded adults.
Right.
And now we're going to.
And that's saying it nicely. Yeah. That's putting it very nicely.
Right. And now we're just going to do that with sports. Now, I get it. You know, there's always going to be outliners. There's always going to be 1 or 2 kids that deserve it and are making a lot of money for university. I still don't understand that because Alabama, everybody go to your games anyway, no matter who's in the uniform. So I don't know why you got to pay X, Y, and Z so much money to play. And me and my brother was talking about this too. Like, I can only imagine, how do you coach them?
Someone who's getting paid.
I'm getting paid too. Like, coaches make good money. But you 18 years old and you got 3 times what I got. And you already probably don't respect people anyway, because that's just the nature of being
how you came up.
Athlete. You're an athlete, you think you know everything anyway. And now somebody just reinforced that by giving you a gang of money. But I know you still can't go left, bro.
Yeah.
You still got to get in the weight room at 6 a.m.
I still got to coach you to some stuff.
How do you tell a kid that? How do you tell somebody 18 years old that
just signed a $10 million NIL deal?
Just said you got 600, 700,000 in college.
In college. And that was the benefit of college coaches. Like, the college coaches were like, I don't want to do the NFL or the NBA, NFL because these are grown men. They have their own problems. I want to coach young men to being men.
Where I thought I could make a difference.
Yes.
You can't make a difference somebody pulling up in a Rolls Royce. Come on. You know, and so I just think that
to practice.
And you know, and now I don't even want to talk about other stuff, but what do you think he did before he got to practice?
Right.
With that kind of bread.
Exactly.
In a small town.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. So it just
running through.
For me, that's 2 things, and I'm gonna get back to the younger kids too. One, I'm surprised more athletes aren't having kids in college. 1, you just are automatically irresponsible, and 2, I'm surprised these girls ain't picked up on this game yet and just had this baby at 19, 20 years old and be set for the rest of your life and then go and do what you want to do, because athletes can be just fools.
Yeah, exactly.
Licking money in a young age.
Right.
I'm also surprised some athletes haven't been getting robbed.
Right.
Like, you know, X, Y, and Z making this money in this little small college town. Like, so
I know where you are all the time.
And you gonna tell me where you are all the time. God forbid something happened to some athlete, but these are just things that people don't talk about.
This is what you're thinking about. Like, it's like, because they know where you are at Friday night or Saturday night. You play this game. You're out of town. You're this. Yeah, that's. I didn't even think about that, Chris.
No one thinks. No one talks.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. So, but but when you double back down to high school, it's like whatever you're giving them, like. And it's weird because when I was doing the EYBL thing, I came into the EYBL right as the scandal was going on. So coaches lost their jobs, coaches lost their freedom over a few thousands and some sneakers.
Right.
Like back in the day, dudes would get suspended for Snoop shoes. So, but now 5 years later, you can give dudes hundreds of thousands of dollars to play. And I'm not, people get mad. I don't be counted by pockets, or you sound like the white man or some. But it's like, I can see what this is hurting the game.
It's incentivizing it. It's like why a coach can be like, hey, I could get my kid to get over there on an NIL deal. You offer him this, take care of me on the back end.
No, all that. 100%. The way the things are going now, you ain't even got to do the back end.
Right.
And so when you were coming up, we were coming up, I wanted to go to USC.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to USC. It wasn't because of nothing other than I wanted to go to USC.
Right.
And be a part of that campus and some girls and be popping in my own city.
Yeah.
Now, if I can make money and go to UC Davis, where I don't really want to go to school there, but they're going to give me some money.
Right.
Then my intentions are already screwed. I'm already not giving them my full effort and love. So it's just a fine line. I don't have the answers for it, but I do blame the powers that be, because if they would have stopped being so stingy, dudes wanted to be giving them money on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes was having parents where they couldn't even fly to come watch them play, but you selling their jerseys, dude. What are we doing?
Right. There was a better fix.
It was just
there was a better fix.
There was a gradual fix, but that's what it has been since amateur sports even started. It was just, and it's the NCAA. The people that we have never seen before, we never know what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 12 of them? Is it 18 of them?
Right, who is it?
But they're billionaires over sports. And all they had to do was just be like, let's give them this, let's give them that. But now they just gave us everything. And now I think it's killing sport. And now you're talking about you can go to junior college for 2 years and then play college basketball?
4 years, so you can do 6 years.
That's stupid. Like, who said that? Like, who sat in the room and said, this is going to make sports better? So it just killed all your youngsters. All your college athletes.
And maybe it's that like this, because it's greed. It's only greed. Like when you think about it, when the powers that be are making money, it's only greed. So they're thinking like, oh shit, some of these kids we can't make money off of right now.
Right.
Let's send them to these guys. Let's give them an extra 6 years because we're losing it on the very athletic ones.
And they're not losing it. They just want more than
they want more.
They want more. So I joked with Keon I said, they just said, fuck sports. They just said 10 years and we gonna make enough and we out.
Right.
Because what they're doing, there's no way somebody can project in 20 years that that's gonna be a good thing. To have 22 years. And I was a late dude. When I went to junior college, I was already out of high school 2 years, and went to university, I was already out of high school 3 years. So by the time I had the university, I was 22. So I know that. And that was a stigma the whole time for me because I was embarrassed. Like, dude, you should have been there. Your class is already graduated. You should be almost. And I played with older dudes. It was dudes older than me on the team.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the norm. It was still a freshman came in and led us in scoring. It was still, you know what I'm saying? So you got these grown men. I don't care how good you are at high school. You still ain't your grown man stage your body yet. So
you don't know everything yet.
So I don't understand how. So my point is saying is like, I just think that whoever the powers there be or may be are just sitting there like, man, let's just get out of here in 10 years. Same thing with sports and gambling. Like, that's the death of sports, bro. Like, you can't just keep in. Yeah, the system could have been done better, but you can't just keep putting in vices.
Yeah.
And thinking that's gonna get better. So I'm gonna be paid at 20. Ain't no law against smoking weed no more.
No.
And I could gamble on the low, bro. And I'm older.
And that is the thing, like, cause it's we're older now, right? So we're not as susceptible to the temptations when we were just knuckleheads running the street. Like, I'm just putting myself mentally where I was at that time with the absolute opportunity to destroy your future.
In a second.
You know what I mean? Like we see some of these young men aren't even ready in the pros.
Right.
They're not even ready for that money in the pros.
Right.
You mean to tell me these babies are getting this money or getting this? Like
babies. But you know, immature I will.
Dude. That money, it probably wouldn't have lasted or I would have blew it on something.
And I would have had multiple kids. And I would have been in rooms and places I didn't need to be in. Not yet.
I don't need to be there.
It's just, you got enough hanger-ons, you got adults that didn't get where they wanted to be in life, and they're like, people are just savvy, and people are mean, and people will take advantage of you at all turns.
Yeah.
And now you're just putting kids in spaces where they just not ready for it.
Yeah, and they don't care about you.
No.
They don't care about you. Like, if I can get a good 1 year out of you, I don't care about the next 20 of your years.
That's not my
problem.
Boy, I have another story about that too. But yeah, that's my one time, me and Reggie was having this talk, and I was just going through some things like about one player. I'm like, why this player don't mess with me and mess with this one person?
Yeah.
Just on whatever it was. And he was like, because you probably think you can help the kid long term. He just want the kid for this 1 year and get what he can get out of this kid and his family. And he ain't tripping about the rest of it like that. Oh, my bad. It didn't work out. Oh, well, them checks cashed already.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I got what I needed.
So I would be fearful. If my kid was dope and my kid was really good, you better have a real tight circle now.
That's what I was going to ask. That was the next place I was going to go. I don't want to keep you too much longer.
I ain't tripping.
Okay.
I run my mouth.
So, how do you, like, say if you do have a kid that's that, you know what I mean, how do you protect them from the sharks that are swimming around the blood in the water?
It's crazy.
How do you protect them?
Being good parents. Don't get caught up in the sauce yourself.
Okay.
Because they're gonna recruit you too. They're gonna tap into what that you wasn't on when you were younger, or when you want to be like a lot of these parents. I mean, to have a kid means you have to sacrifice your own life.
Right.
So maybe you were popping, or maybe you weren't popping. Whatever it is, and life has got you where you don't physically look your best no more.
Yeah.
But we're gonna tap into that. We're gonna still take you out. We still gonna have that fine thing around you. We don't care whether you're older now and stuff like that. So parents,
we're gonna touch on your insecurities.
Yeah, for sure. And parents,
because they're predators. They are predators.
They know what they're doing. And parents, and some parents, a lot of them fall for it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even mad at them, because we always call the lights when you work for Nike or you're involved with Nike, it's the lights. A lot of parents don't know what to do with them lights. They, like I said, they've sacrificed for their kids or whatever reason all these times. So they're supposed to be removed from that. That's not supposed to be you. You're supposed to. Your kid's supposed to be in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I've seen some parents. I'd be like, man, you falling for that? You falling for that? But no, they don't care. It's all an illusion.
Yeah, you've been boo-boo the fool.
Right. So like, as long as my kid can keep doing what he's doing, we straight. So I just think it's the parents have, and some parents come from tough situations too. So I'm not saying that they're not supposed to be somewhat Google-eyed by what's going on, because life is tough, you know what I mean? But you have to come with a strong parent. You got to be a strong foundation.
Strong foundation.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's a single mom or a single pop, but they got to have some people around them, talking to them and letting them know, like, and they got to trust some people. I feel like when I was doing my job at EYBL, because of my relationship with Why Not and Reggie, people didn't trust me. They didn't see the character in me, and that I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to sacrifice my reputation or my character for an extra $50,000.
Yeah.
And then back then, if I would have got the $50,000, I'd have went to jail. Now I've been $500,000.
Right.
I can do that now.
You can do it now.
I can do
now
that
it's cool.
now. Right? You know what I mean?
Oh, and it really bothers me, because it's to pay to play, and it's like the bar is here. It only gets lower.
Right.
The bar only drops.
Yeah.
It's just right at the point where children are getting paid. Like, I mean 9, 10, because parents are getting paid to take their kids to certain teams and do this. Like, hey, I'll pay for your rent. You bring them over here. They're doing that behind closed doors. already.
Well, yeah, well, not anymore. You can do that out.
You could do it out front, and it's like they're more so embarrassed still though, like to be like, damn, you paying an 8-year-old?
No, it's a statement. Yeah, ain't no coach gonna cop to saying they paying. Now we talking about high school. They'll let you know.
Yeah, they'll let you know.
Yeah, but I didn't even know if a parent paying an 8-year-old. That's coach. That's sick.
They're doing it right now, and the thing is, the exposure I had to certain things or whatever, just all around the city, the gambling in the stands, the gambling like on the side, like fights over it's like, dude, this is AAU, this is 8U, this is Pop Warner, this is, what are y'all doing?
See, that's one thing I was saying. I was mentioning this about the weed being legal now, and the gambling goes along. That's fine. They're supposed to be. I don't have a problem with that. It's taking off the stigma of them.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's no longer a shameful thing.
Mm-mm.
So now it's just like that's just normal. And so when you can just gamble at an AU game or like
smoking in the parking lot, doing this in the parking lot, and it's like, damn, like we don't have no standard.
So so let's hide this. At least if that's what we own, let's hide this. Let's not let the kids see it. But like I said, the stigma's gone. So now it's just right in front of the kids. Everything is just right in front of the kids. The kids are supposed to be able to know all these things in life, and we just supposed to let them just be, and we're not supposed to try to hide anything from kids anymore. Like, no, there's things they just shouldn't know or shouldn't do. So, and back to the point of how you protect your kids, it's no one size fit all thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I always say, just hang around good people.
Right.
Just that would stop a lot of the problem if you just hang around good people. But that means you got to be a good person yourself.
Right.
You know, you got to hold yourself to accountability, a certain amount of accountability.
You got to hold that.
That's why some kids don't want to be the point guard or don't want to be the quarterback, because you can't be effing up if you're the one trying to run the plays and everybody got to follow you. You know what I mean? So, and I get that. And I say I get a lot of stuff because I do. You know what I'm saying? Like 1 minute I could be hanging with somebody super successful, next minute I could be hanging with the homie from the hood. And so I've seen this, and I think I'm at a sweet spot in my age where I'm getting up there, but I still got a little bit of swagger left that I can understand kind of both ways. So right. I know the struggling single mom because I grew up with that. So I can imagine if my mom could have had a chance to have an extra couple dollars for me to go play for this team, which I don't really want to play for, but we need that kind of help here and there. So I know parents that get cell phone bills paid, or I know parents that are getting rent paid, you know what I'm saying? So some of that is necessary.
Yeah, the struggle is real.
But
the struggle is real.
Yeah.
And there's situations where it is like necessary. Like, dude, like this person is struggling. Like they're having a very hard time in life. Like, how can I help out here and there? That's just being those are just being good people things. You know what I mean? Like, I like you bringing it up and not me bringing it up and you talking about it, like, it does open my eyes up to like some nervousness. Like, oh shit. We really don't know what the landscape is going to be like in 5 years.
Yeah, we have no idea.
We have no idea what it's going to look like.
Right.
And this will be the last thing I touch on is I go to like Orange County and like the outskirts of LA, and I see all of the facilities, like all the access to the facilities that they have, the gyms, the workout, the weights, and all this. It's almost like a lack of that here in the city, like where we have academies or whatever they're calling these things. And I'm like, why is it out there? And we're traveling all the way out there to get these specialized trainings. Do we not have, or is it just that it's too expensive out here to build?
Well, it goes back. That's a good question though. It actually goes back to just like, ain't nothing fair. And we've always been able to do what we need to do with the resources that we have.
Yeah.
So I think it is hard to build out here. I think they have a lot of space out there. When we do build something, we do have something, we tear it up. You know what I mean? So we say we want things and then we get them, or we don't respect them. And that's one thing, like, I guess I'm here mostly because of Air West. When I go back to Air West sometimes the parents frustrate me. Sometimes the parents, like you say, why haven't we all these talented parents? And I've asked, I've said, you guys have all these great gifts, all these people, help us
funnel
out,
it through.
Talk to me, what I'm saying? Like, so we don't always, we say a good thing, we don't always do it. And like I said, and then sometimes when we do support stuff, we don't put our best foot forward. Okay. So it's a social thing that I think that people in this neighborhood have always kind of had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So, and they do. They their taxes are different. They money a little different. So they do have bigger
write-offs, this and that. Like,
so they have all that stuff. And if the map or if any of them big old Ladera or whatever, if they go up, okay, we do some stuff. You know, that might be 6 months worth of rent that we just put out there. So it's just a conversation that we need to really have and be honest with it. It's a little disappointing to know that 1 minute we can brag about having the most dudes in the NBA and yada yada, and then we don't even have a facility where most of them grew up.
Right.
So that's a us problem.
That's a us problem, and that's something that I've been noticing. Is like, damn, even the tournaments. Even the tournaments and shit ain't here.
Nothing's out
like
here.
Where all the talent is traveling to go to the tournament, or we're tracking, like, and it's like San Diego, this Norco, this, and it's like, as a parent, it would be so much more convenient just as a parent to have something that was local.
Yeah,
like we're spending weekends,
right?
Like 4 hours driving, this and that
for a game.
For a game, and it's like,
game. And people and. I'm often like asked, when we gonna do more, when we gonna do this?
Mm-hmm.
And some of that is me. I gotta just buckle down and knock some of this out. But it's far in between people that really wanna do some stuff outside of just getting paid. Yeah, I could do a tournament tomorrow and make a gang of money. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta do it right. We do have to find a space. We don't really have a lot of 2 gyms, high schools. There's one gym where we had like a little baby, crazy gym. I don't even know why they even built that gym. Like, but we got to put our resources together. Like, and if that's anything, I'm calling on with the guys we got in the league.
Yeah,
like, bro, come on now,
let's do it.
Like, y'all got to get together at some point. Trust somebody, trust some foundation. Put some money in there. We do need our own facility. Like, we used to have the Hacks back in the day. I don't know if you know about the Hacks back in the day in Hawthorne. It was like a 3-court spot, and that was like 2010, 2012. That was like the best. Stuff. And they would do tournaments.
There was Drew League stuff there. Did they have?
They had like it was in a hangar, but that was in the same space.
Okay.
But by then, it had become, I don't know if it's a Tesla or some kind of airplane.
Oh, is that where SpaceX is now?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. So in that little spot.
Off of Crenshaw?
Yeah. So that was the Hack. So that was the spot. And then that folded. But that was early on, 2000, I'll say it's 2009, it's about 2012. Guys really wasn't, and I hate, people get mad because they be like count people's pockets, but it's on the internet. So I know what you make. I know what you got. And that's before there's certain guys just got super rich. Now we got like a lot of money, and then we got a lot of corporations. Like, I got all the ideas, but I got to put some of this to action too, because it wouldn't cost this guy that's been in the league for so long, it wouldn't probably cost him a dime because he got 5 different sponsors that's going to do anything he asks just to help. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we should definitely be able to put our minds together. But LA's like that, man. LA's like that.
Because they're willing to go out and do what is asked of them because they want their service. They want your service. They just want your face around. Like,
they just want to say, see what we did in Compton? Yeah, okay, you did, but yeah, just give us that check, bro. We'll make it work.
We'll make it work. And so that was the thing that was bothering me. And I was just like, damn, dude, like, as a parent, just like, I just looked up, like, I'm driving everywhere.
Bruh.
Nothing's here. It's only right.
So.
And that would be dope. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I think we're in a new place and we're all learning. You know what I mean? We're all learning, but it just needs to be more Chris's. You know what I mean? Like it just, you can only spread yourself so thin, right? Like, you have your program, but no, like, through this talk, through this Hidden Heroes in Plain Sight, through this conversation, I see why Air West is so successful, because you care. It's more than just about having a program that's successful. Like, oh, look at my program. It's like, you're measuring your success based on a different barometer. Mm-hmm. It's like, how are these children leaving this? Am I helping somebody? Am I protecting? You know, like, and I don't think people take that accountability and ownership over certain programs where it's like, no, this reflects me.
Right.
And this is a reflection of me.
No, it really is. And maybe if my program was in Long Beach, or I don't know, I think I'm a little different in some aspects. I got my problems, and people may say some things about me, but when it comes to this basketball and this kids, I just think I do come from a different place.
Yeah.
And like I said, I make my mistakes. I'm not perfect, and
nobody is.
And I was about to say maybe if it was a different place, I would no. The fact that it's in my neighborhood makes it even. Like you said, women want to do this, like, and I gave you the answer. I can't fail at this. So you talk about your passion and like so. I've done so many different things in my life, and I'm really proud of my life. But when you talk about your passion and like, no, I can really plant my flag as I do want to be. I don't know if it's a legend word, but I don't want to be forgotten. I do want to be put in that same esteem as some of the coaches that I've played for, some of the people that I know. I want to be like, when it's all said and done, be like, no, that was a great man. I've had a couple people tell me before, and that's crazy to have people tell you you're a great person. Because I've never heard nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You're a good dude and you fine, whatever, but I ain't never heard nobody call me a great person. And so, and I was just telling somebody that the other day, like, that's what I lead with now. None of my accomplishments or none of the things I've done, I'll talk about it, but I lead with my character.
Right.
And whenever anybody tries to attack my character, I say, you must don't know who you're talking to.
Right.
And that's and that's just a growth and a maturity thing, because I've been cocky about all kinds of things in my life.
Yeah.
Just think about what I'm doing with Air West. And you said something earlier about doing something and then not knowing what it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Air West was a means to keep my relationship with Nike going. It was definitely put some money in my pocket. But even though it was just the pros, I was like, nah, man, we're doing something different here.
Yeah.
And where we at with Air West right now, I did not see this kind of love coming. I figured some people be like, cool, when we get some kids get better, but this is like going to the grocery store, going to pump my gas, or just going random places and somebody, and then again, I don't be knowing their names.
Yeah.
But I be having to quickly go into,
like,
but then it didn't, or we did a project 2 years ago with Nike and Air West, and it was a lot of stuff, like the t-shirts and the shorts was left over. So a couple of my coaches like, man, we should sell them. But I'm not trying, like, making an extra $500. Like, I want to be paid. Like, I believe that I have put enough time into this thing and into this company, into this community, into this game, that I should be well off, or at least much more stable. But just to make an extra couple of $5,
not at that cost.
Bro, I'd rather just have the kids and be at Baldwin and the ball and people like, why do half our kids got on Air West shorts?
I was just about to say that. Dude, everywhere I go. And I noticed it because Xander has them. You know what I mean? And so everywhere I go, I see Air West basketball shorts.
Right.
Like but if you think about it, it's also smart. Like, it's marketing.
I was taking marketing, for sure.
And so all the kids got it. I'm like, oh shit, that's what that is.
And we're running low, and I'm like, I've already stretched my budget so long, and I'm like, yo, and like I said, those are leftovers. That wasn't even part of the program. They just was like, yeah, you can have the rest of the stuff. And I was just like, oh, I could use this. So, but now I see it, and like you said, places and kids got. I'm like, and that's the pride and the joy. Like, I'm not going to ever sit there and say I don't want to get paid. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's
of course.
Ridiculous. But if I'm not going to get paid, then I'm gonna want this other stuff.
Right.
I'm gonna want this admiration. I'm gonna want this love. I'm gonna want this, like, yo, you changed my life. And I did change lives when I was at losing, and I get that. But that was just a 30 to 40 kids. That's our loot. This is crazy. Of all nationalities, you know what I'm saying?
All
boys
walks.
and girls. All, like, we're like, I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, if you want to get an idea of LA basketball, you just got to come there west.
That's it.
Because you're gonna see everything. You're gonna see, like you said, talented kids that's never touched the basketball before. You're going to see Latinos, Asians, whites, Black.
Everybody.
And I've never had no parents get into it. I've had a few parents be parenting, but you just got to just tell them, like, this ain't what this is.
Yeah.
You chill out, let them. You can talk to them on the ride home. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's hard when you talk about yourself, because it kind of sounds like you being a narcissist, but like, bro, like, I know. I done played so much basketball. I done been around so many basketball programs. I know what we doing. That's just not what it is. And it's definitely, and if it is somebody else out there that doing it, it ain't for free.
Chris,
and
I've raised 3 children. 3 children. My son is about to graduate from high school. I've been around sports and having kids go here and paying for this and paying for that. 3 different generations, 18, 13, and 9 right now. I have not, and we've done everything: soccer, boxing, this, that, absolutely everything. Art, creative stuff. There is not another program that I can even compare to Air West. There's not even one.
Right.
that I've experienced. I've even been to paid stuff.
Right.
That we've spent money for, and it's not even comparable to Air West.
I appreciate that.
And it's like, I really, really appreciate and love what you're doing there, man. And this is Heroes Hidden in Plain Sight.
I be feeling like that too, though.
Do you?
I be feeling like that. No, that's part of what my writings is. My writings came from that. Like,
really?
Like, y'all don't see me, bro?
Like what?
I'm I'm with the corporate world too. Like, y'all don't see that? Y'all don't see this? Like, I'm from LA. I'm 6'something. I'm not like some scrawny dude that you. Well, I used to be scrawny, but I'm not some scrawny.
You can't miss me.
Like, yeah, like when I walk, my boss said something a long time ago. I'll wrap it up with you, and I know I'll do the talking. When I was at EYBL one time, my boss said something. He said, "You know, when you guys walk in a room, the room tilts, or when you walk in a gym, the gym tilts." And I was just like, I low-key felt like that anyway. But for you to say that, like,
yeah,
I was like, wait a minute, and that's how I approach. Like, that's how I approach it. Like, I know I can't come in there and do nothing stupid. I can't come in there and not dress. I can't come in there and not. I know that I'm in a representation of Air West.
Yeah.
And the first representation of Air West. And it's from my city, and I do believe my trainers are amazing. Like, of course, this would not be happening if I didn't have the training stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
They allow me just to walk around and look like I'm doing something. You know what I mean? So
I see you walking to the East Circuit, checking in like, all right.
I gotta look busy. I look busy and give their nerves. Yeah, so.
Hey, shout out to y'all. For sure, shout out to y'all for being here with me, for sticking through, staying on the live, watching the Hidden Heroes. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are really showing up and showing out for me. And it's just like all love. And it just makes a brother feel special. You know what I mean? And then shout out to Chris and Air West and you guys watching the Hidden Heroes. Thank you for going into the video and commenting and liking. We really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. We back like we never left. Let's go. Let's finish. We only have basically, it's almost over.
So, you know, I'm
shout out to us.
And I say this with, other things going on, but I'm truly blessed.
Yeah.
I appreciate this opportunity. I'm happy you saying that because those are how I feel like I feel like I'm doing. I got out the hood through basketball. And not because of how high I could jump.
Right.
You know what I mean? Saying and I came back and trying to do the same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
Like it gets a little
full circle.
But
for sure, this is super vicious, y'all. This is super vicious. Like I know no other chat that's doing this kind of shit, that's supporting with this kind of solid support and impact and engagement.
I just feel like sometimes it just sounds weird when I say it, but no, this is like I just hope I can do this the rest of my life.
That's amazing. That's bomb because you're doing something, you're doing great and you want to be doing it. Wait, I want to talk about something else though. You keep referring back to your writings.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So on my Instagram page,
okay,
I've been documenting my life.
Okay.
And it started during pandemic. Everybody's trying to scramble what's the next thing, and somebody had told me something about my character that I didn't agree with. And instead of lashing out at that person, I said, and I was funny because I mentioned this too. I've always low-key been telling my life story on starting in MySpace.
Okay.
I've always but it's been like different stuff, but it wasn't the same. But it would just be like, this is what I did. Then when Facebook, I started doing stuff on Facebook, and I got back to starting stuff on Facebook now. But I'm telling from elementary to Air West, I'm giving you how it was for me. I'm being as transparent as possible. People always tell me I need to get a documentary or write a book. I'm like, I get that. And one day I said, but what I'm doing on Instagram is no one's doing that. They might give you a story here and a story there. I'm literally giving you from when my daddy died to going to Crenshaw to getting cut to going to this college and then going to this college.
Yeah.
Drew League and Michael, Kobe, Russell, Beyonce, whoever, like everything I've walked through in life, I'm documenting. And it might have started off as a.
I got more hidden heroes lined up. I don't want to say the names or whatever or give it away, but I got 2 more lined up already. Very impactful, very good hidden heroes. Showing all the love to Air West, all the love to Chris Young. This was a replay. This was like a redo, giving him as much viewership as possible because I messed up and platformed it at the wrong time. And so whoever's idea it was to play this and replay this while I went to drop my son off, that was a great idea. And thank you very, very much. And I appreciate you. One better not be tiny.
Different energy,
Oh,
but now it's just a guide to, and like you say, 95% of people you talk to, I think I'm talking to 99% of people.
Right.
That's not going to make it to the pros.
Right.
Yeah. So me and Joy joke, because I got different ways of saying, I say I'm talking to 99% of other niggas that ain't going to make it. And if you can have a fabulous life and still do some great things.
But that's okay. You may not make it the way you thought you were.
I'm saying I'm a walking example of that.
You may not be going, but God is guiding you where you're supposed to be. It's fruits of everybody's labor in different aspects. You may not get what you thought you may not be the MVP of the league.
Right.
But you may be the physical therapist. And Luck is a hidden, Big Time is a hidden hero. He's a hidden superhero. He just saved a life. Moss, he just saved a life at Rolling Loud. He just saved a life at Rolling Loud. Straight up. Therapist on this basketball team, football team.
Right.
And have an impact as well.
And live a great life.
And live a great life.
So that's one thing, like, and I've heard that years ago from my friend, Jerry Sawyer, who ended up being Kobe right-hand man for a while. And he said, it was in like 2007, he was like, he learned that you can live an NBA life and not be in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the lights started clicking for me, like, because, of course we all want to be in the NBA.
Yeah.
Not that it was ever an option, but I'm still going to have.
Yeah, we all have aspirations. Like,
I'm
come
hanging
on.
around these dudes, I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But so when my man said that, it was just like, so I don't live a financially NBA life, but I live a good life, and I'm closer to my dreams than I ever thought I would have been at this age, or at 11 years old when my father died. So, and it's a long-winded stuff, but yeah. So I just been sharing my life story. My last post was about buried my boy yesterday.
Sorry to hear that.
I appreciate
Rest
that.
in peace.
My old barber, my old friend's name Duffy. So he's Belizean. So yesterday he had more people outside his funeral than he had inside. It was crazy. I've never seen this many people. Well, I don't say never, but it's been a long time since this many people. Even when Boz passed, Boz had a lot of people as well. It was similar to that. So I had wrote about it. That's why I was running a little late. I felt like I was late because I hadn't heard him put that post together.
It's all good. And this is just the second episode of this, and it's just let me know that I'm doing the right thing this platform, because what you said, what you shared today is very impactful, and it's like gonna help so many people, because what you're doing needs to be duplicated. I'm gonna just say it. What you're doing needs to be duplicated, and we need to find our hidden heroes, and we need to celebrate them. We need to give y'all, I'm giving you your flowers now for me.
No,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I appreciate and I see you. I see what you're doing, you know what I mean? And you deserve your flowers. And I just pray that we have more young men like you in this world that will be giving back to the kids and showing the kids that there are people here for you.
Right.
I'm here for you. It's not even for me. I'm here for you to be successful. So this has been Hidden Heroes in Plain Sight. My boy Chris Young, man. Let's go. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
And this is an open door policy. You know what I mean? Like, if you ever want to come back, ever talk about anything, or you got something you want to promote or present, come through.
Oh, likewise, I can always come back and.
I just want some Nike shit, man.
Hey, there it is. You always can get that question.
Hey, you got some shoes I can get?
Right.
Hey, look at this. Shout out Suave for the outro. The intro. Let's go. Let's go. We in it. We're in here. We doing it. So, Gangland Neem. Shout out Gangland Neem. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We in here, man. We in here doing things. But Luck is about to go live. I don't know. I want to get the link to his live. But shout out to y'all. We can all hop over to Luck's live. You know what I mean? But we're going to have more interviews. We're going to continue to do things like that and just shedding light on impactful people in the neighborhood, in the community that are doing things every day. Every day they wake up and they're doing something great. Their life is doing something great. It's not about getting kudos and pats on the back, but it's about the work that they're doing, the work that they're putting in, and they're consistent. Yeah, we have our LeBrons. Yeah, we have our Oprahs, but we have our Chris Youngs. We have our Barack Obamas. We have our Keep It Run 100. We have our Air West LAs. We have our Mamba Academies. It's what matters. It means a lot, and they deserve the attention, and they deserve the recognition and acknowledgement of the great works that they're doing. They're doing God's work, and it's hard work. So let's go ahead and champion behind them and promote them because they deserve the champion. They deserve the promoting and attention and respect that they deserve. But I'm trying to get Luck on the line, see if he's going live and what time. Okay, let me see. Hold on. And if we could can we do this, please, y'all? Because my guy Luck is really trying to get his shit going and he's really trying to get his numbers up, trying to get monetized. If everybody in here can go and show some love to Luck and go hop on his live, man, I would really appreciate it so much if we can just jump from here and jump over there and show him some love. That would be like the dopest thing that we could do. Is that the link right there, Sunshine? Is that it? Let me call him real quick. Because y'all really are doing God's work and y'all helping better. Y'all really doing God's work and helping us get to a place where we need to be and helping us and motivating us and pushing us forward. You guys are the engine behind the machine. So if we could jump from here to over there, that shit would be so dope.
Rios, you on speakerphone. I ain't got my phone set like you yet, so
it's all
good.
Hear
through the thing.
It's all good. I'm just making sure that we're in the live. We're going to be in the right live because I'm on live talking to the people, and I'm gonna drop the link in here, and we're going to jump over to your live. And
appreciate that. I'm on live now. I see so many people fall in.
Oh, there.
Yep.
Can you send me the link or what's the? Hold on, I'll find it. So you're live right now. I'll go find it. I'll go find it.
Okay, just backslash Good Luck TV.
Okay, I'll find it, and I'm about to drop it in here, and we're gonna go. Do your thing, brother.
And I'm gonna send you a link. I know you gotta do your son thing, but I'll send you a link too if you want to jump on.
Okay.
All right, bet.
All right. That's Luck, y'all. Go over there, show some love. I'm about to drop the link in the chat. Stop that. Let me go to this link.
What's good with it, man?
There we go.
Just get my stuff together. I'm just getting on live. I just talked to Rios.
Let me get
I know he was doing this thing this morning. I was moving around, so shout out to everybody in the chat this morning, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through.
Thank you, Sunshine.
I appreciate y'all for falling in.
For doing this.
I appreciate y'all for selling in with your bruh.
We're trying to get
one good time.
We want to get his
hours
up.
What I mean?
We want to engage and be impactful in what he's doing over there.
Do I look different without the glasses?
So let's jump over there, everybody.
I always got my shades on.
We're going to Good Luck TV.
The other pod.
To his live. And
yeah.
We over there. We doing it. We showing love. And this is the community. The community is building each other. And this is what other people
do. My bad. Yeah. It's 9 out here. So
by supporting each other.
You know what I mean? It's still top of the morning for me. So for all you East Coasters,
what we got and
good afternoon.
Love
to everybody. How about I just say good day? Good day to everybody.
Get out of here.
Good day for falling through. Glad you